Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gap. That is Dalethea. I am Travis.
Hi, everybody.
You're watching Monday Night Raw. You're watching it with us.
All right.
Or you wouldn't be so cool.
Cool. We got Drew McIntyre.
Stop talking.
We have Drew McIntyre out there.
This one needs to be muted.
Okay, now I think you can talk.
We are here. Yeah, the audio input's the one you want, not the video capture device. Okay, sorry about that if you guys got a lot of echoing there and stuff. But we're here, and it looks like, of course, Big E is coming out because he is that guy. Okay, how's everybody doing? Hopefully,
I'm not live. Are we live?
hopefully
Did
we
go
got
live?
rid of.
We might not have gotten live.
Oh.
No, it's live.
Everything's going.
Well, mine's not working.
Okay. Everybody's seeing us, so I don't know what
All right.
you're
Well, I don't know.
doing.
How would I know?
God, who made all this beautiful stuff?
All right, we got Big E, whatever you want to call him, Langston out there. We have moved back indoors. We are not outside, ladies and gentlemen.
We made it to the inside of the house instead of being on the outside, where everybody was upset that we were even out.
Anybody notice that Big E was the announcer of both Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder on Saturday night? He introduced both of them.
Yes. No.
He's just a goof. Now he's talking about nipples. They need to get a real champion out here. Hashtag real champ.
Is he really talking about his nipples?
Yeah.
That's creepy. All right, so anyways, we have Sophie in the chat. We have
Hey,
Robbie
Sophie.
and Walter with us. Hey, guys. We have Aaron with us. We have Alita, the Echo. Sorry about that. Hopefully we fixed that. We just had...
Absolutely
we
fixed
had to
it.
take our other setup down and put the setup up, and so sometimes we forget one thing. Or two, or five. Aaron says he gave us a super chat earlier. I'll have to go back and look, bud. There it is. Can I get a Hoya? Is that what that is?
Maybe a hell yeah. Hey yeah. Hey yeah.
Hey ya or Hoya? Anyways,
I
you
don't know.
can. Hoya! I don't know.
Oh!
Thanks for the super
Is that
chat,
like
Aaron.
Spartan?
How are you
Hoo-ah,
doing out
hoo-ah.
there? We have Roberto with us. Hey, Roberto. Says Vindicator's in the chat. Says, oh, I think Drew needs to leave his plastic He-Man sort of home at some point. Right?
Big E just showed us his nipples.
Hivation is in the chat. Sophie says AEW Dynamite will be on Saturday the next 2 weeks because of hockey. I wonder how that will affect them ratings-wise.
I have no idea. It's kind of a bad deal for her. She's not going to be here Saturday.
Not this Saturday. Vindicator says, hey, you too. So is that curtain a gray color or green?
It is green.
Actually a teal.
Which is green.
It's like a green. Which is something we can change. Or just trying some new stuff.
If you guys totally hate it, we'll move it.
Let's see. Walter's like, cool new setup. And Sophie says AEW Rampage
Thank
ratings
you.
went down. Vindicator says, oh, and I think I already said that. Roberto is in the chat saying hello.
What were the ratings for Rampage? If they went down, are they in the 400K?
Possibly. Roberto says hello. Are y'all going to go see the Halloween movie this Friday? I'm going to go see it on Sunday. Probably not, but it's not something
yeah.
I really want to go see.
It sounds really goofy that they're keeping it going. It'd be different if they were making a remake, which is weird because I don't like remakes of stuff, but that was 40 years ago. Think about that. It was 40 years ago when he started killing people. So he's 60-something years old. He's collecting Social Security and killing people at the same time. Is that even possible?
It's the Uso.
What's the Uso Penitentiary doing there?
I don't know, but are they going to have to team up again so they can go up against them?
The Bloodline
Oh, somebody
on
did
Raw?
put something up.
Oh, no.
You have to get out, buddy.
He will not listen.
Go.
By the way,
Maxos, get out. No. No.
he will not listen, by the way.
No.
So you can keep saying it.
No.
Or we can
Good
just deal
boy.
with it.
No. Good
Get
boy.
back.
Okay.
Maxos,
Go.
you not hear me?
Careful. Good boy.
Don't-
And careful. Okay, get out. Good boy. Bull in a china shop, people. Bull in a china shop. All right. Sophie says, I like this new setup a lot better than your last setup. As in the last setup with the couch and the black, or the last setup as in outside. Because outside was real, like real shit. It was all fake. And yes, Aaron, again, thank you for the super chat. Ravi's like, had it on mute at 5 a.m. at home. Okay, it can't be 5 a.m. there yet. Close, but not quite. Alita says he did. Hivation says, hey everyone, long time no see. No love, Alita. Sophie says, did you hear that Netflix picked up a spinoff for that 70s show called That 90s Show? No.
That's pretty cool. I wonder if they'll have Beavis and Butthead on there.
Vindicator's like, hoorah, military chant. I believe not what Aaron was saying, though. Yeah, that is, but I don't think that's what he was saying either. Walter says, I had a good weekend and went out to dinner, did some errands. Nice. Hivation says, are you watching new show series tomorrow night?
Ooh, I know I need to watch that, right? That, what do they call it? San Andreas or whatever? It's the tar
La
pits.
Brea.
La Brea. I need to start watching that. I think it's 2 weeks in already. And I have not seen any of it.
Ravi says the Loseros. Sophie says like 550,000 viewers for Rampage this last week.
That's not too bad.
Walter's like the Usos.
Par for the course.
Hivation's like Sophia, do you ever talk? Vindicator says, I like the curtain, but I do want to see Dalethea's expert interior decorator skills on full display, free of her charging us for it.
Right? Have to do something back there. There's a window back there.
Charging you for it? When have I ever charged you for it?
Charge them. Look how pretty those blue belts look. I never realized how pretty they are.
Very blue. I didn't really realize they were that blue. Maybe they put it on new belts that were
Yeah,
bluer.
maybe they're new straps. All right, we got the Usos in there.
Sophie says, I like this better than the last setup means outside. And Alita says, outside was very nice. I liked outside too. It was real, right?
We will be back out there. I'll try to get out there for like Mania or something.
Ravi says, no, the fight D on Saturday. Oh, yeah, that was probably at 5 a.m. for you.
Ooh.
Did you watch it at all, Ravi? Did you stay up and watch that? Ravi's like, LOD, I can tell the time. Are you sure? Like, do you have to have a digital watch? You can't have the little hands, right? Because that's confusing.
He just has a big clock that dings outside. It's called Big Band. They could hear it throughout the whole countryside.
Probably.
I'm teasing. I have no
Film
idea.
Nation's in the chat. Hey, Film says, oh, wow, new change. I like it. Hivation says, Sophie, I love when you don't reply because it shows you're 14. Film Nation says, I like your new setup. Thanks, man.
Well, thank
Appreciate
you.
it, Film. Fuck Hivation's mom. You're a mark, bro. You trolling other people's channel but acting friendly on Travis and D's live stream. Nice. Alita says, hello, Hivation. Who are you? And Sophie says, do you think SmackDown testing out the hour and a half for the future?
You think they're cutting it down a half hour?
That would be silly on their part.
Yeah, it would be goofy unless they could cut out commercials somehow. I would like to see them get a sponsor for some of their shows or some of their hours.
Right.
Maybe like Snickers does an hour of ad-free. They could have a Snickers bar in the corner or something.
Yeah.
Like keep showing somebody eating a Snickers.
Yeah.
Whatever subliminal messages they could throw in there. Or even have the Cole and those guys talk about Snickers. And then just go commercial free with their stuff.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, okay, all right.
Or, you know, like a split screen with candy bars or whatever on the side. I think they do that with NASCAR.
So, Crown Jewel, they're going to have the WWE Championship.
Yes, we
Big
know
E
that.
versus Drew McIntyre.
Look at this. Both of these two could be wrestling next week. We forgot about the King of the Ring stuff. You should tell them about the King of the Ring.
Okay, I will. After they're done talking, I guess.
And there's our music.
Sophie says, I'm not paying attention to Hivation comments. Sophie says, La Brea is actually a good series. Walter says, at 9 p.m. I'm going my time Friday. Be here for SmackDown. Still here. Got to go and work early Tuesday. And Gothflesh says, the setup in your house looks very different from the last time.
Yeah, before it was a black...
We did a black couch, like a love seat, and we had black sheet back there.
It wasn't a sheet.
Well,
it's
okay.
a background.
It was a black background.
For
that's
photography.
Basically a sheet.
It's right there. It's white now. If you look at it, it's all dusty.
It's black.
All right,
It's a
which
sheet.
one of these guys are wrestling? Is it Big E or Big E? What am I talking about? Xavier Woods or Kofi Kingston in the first round?
Golflesh says the setup. Oh, I already read that. Ravi says, LOD, the hands are too confusing for me. I figured as much. I figured you'd have to have digital stuff. Not surprising.
Oh, I forgot they have digital watches. That's funny.
That's what I said.
I've even got one on
Digital
my arm.
watch. That's what I said. He has to have digital.
That's
he can't
funny.
have hands. He won't know how to tell the time otherwise. Vinegar says it's kind of weird seeing Raw Meat using white color ropes now, basically copying NXT 2.5.0.2 or whatever they're calling it.
Right, but they had red, white, and blue ropes for, 2 decades?
Yeah.
And then I think they went to black for a while. They've had white for a while. They've had...
Okay,
Red.
so the King of the Ring and the Queen's Crown tournament started on Friday on SmackDown, and they had 4 matches, 2 for each, 2 for the King of the Ring and 2 for the Queen's Crown.
Fact.
And the King of the Ring won. The first match they had of Friday night was Rey Mysterio versus Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn won that, so he will be continuing on in the next bout, which will probably happen next Friday. The next one on the King of the Ring tournament that happened was Cesaro and Finn Balor. Finn Balor won that one. So in that next matchup, it's going to be Finn Balor and Sami Zayn before the finals. Tonight, they're going to do 2 King of the Ring tournaments matches. Those are going to be Kofi Kingston versus Jinder Mahal.
The modern-day Maharaja.
And then Xavier Woods versus Ricochet. And then over on Queen's Crown, they have
No Charlotte.
no Charlotte. The Queen's Crown. Well, she's
I know.
she's a champion, so it would make weird. It would be weird if they did. All right, and the Queen's Crown on Friday, they had 2 matches also for the women. The first one was Toni Storm versus Zelina Vega. And Zelina Vega actually won that one, which was very weird and awkward, and a lot of people didn't think that was going to happen.
No, I would have never guessed that. Won it clean.
The second one was Liv Morgan and Carmella, and we heard a lot of rumors. Luke was one of those people that was saying how the Twitter sphere was all about Liv and how she should win, and they're all 70% wanting her to win, which I think those are all robots saying it. But it was Carmella. Carmella won that fair and square. She didn't cheat. She didn't do anything creepy to get it, which is weird because she's a bad guy, right? So she should have done something weird.
Right.
And so we'll have Zelina Vega and Carmella in that next matchup that'll be this next Friday. So for tonight, they have 2 matches for the Queen's Crown, and those matchups are Doudrop versus Natalya, and then Dana Brooke versus Shayna Baszler. My prediction on this is Shayna Baszler is going to win, and Doudrop's going to win, and then hopefully Shayna Baszler wins over Doudrop for the finals.
I agree.
But that's just what I'm guessing. Anyways, so everybody in the chat, let me go back and get your chats here. Let's see. Sophie said this week SmackDown is the first time they do a 2.5-hour episode of SmackDown. Piccolo says, "Hey Oos, what up Oos? It's Monday night. Oos, Oos, Oos." All right. Walter's like the New Day for the win. And fuck Hivation's mom says, "Why are you quiet? Hivation had exposed ya as caught in 4K, bro. Oh no." And Film Nation says, "When will Big E defend his championship?" He's going to be defending it on October 22nd at Crown Jewel against Drew McIntyre. And there's the answer, right? Robbie says, "D, I went out of my brethren's 43rd B-Day meal steak dinner and few beers, then came home, had a bit of kip, and woke up at 5 a.m. to watch the fight." Did you?
Yeah.
So on that, Ravi, were you excited? Did you just watch the main event, or did you watch the other ones on the matchup card, on the main match card? Because on the main card, those fights were actually pretty good, and they had one in the pre-shows that was phenomenal. But they had matches earlier, and I know that they were kind of earlier in the night for you, which would have been around dinner time, which would have been prime time for you guys, that they had some fights that were
Callum Smith.
taken over there in the UK. Oh my God,
Cheeseman.
that one between those 2 guys, they were punching
Cheeseman.
each other in the face the whole freaking time. And then finally the one guy won during
Cheeseman lost to, what was his name?
7 or 8
No, it
round
wasn't
or whatever.
Smith. It was Cheeseman and who?
I don't remember.
Cheeseman's
who
the guy that
other-
lost. But that was fantastic, that fight.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there
anyways,
were
in
some
that
really good
fight, you know the
ones
big
that
Viking
earlier.
in the heavyweights?
Okay.
Remember, we were all talking about, can you imagine getting raped by that big, in the
Yeah.
Viking days? Mm-hmm. Anyways, that guy that he was fighting, and they're like, he was really good. He broke his orbital bone in the first round of that fight.
The bigger guy, and why his eye was
the smaller,
all
big guy.
Well, he was fatter in the face.
Right.
But so his eye was all puffy. So that's what happened.
Yeah, he busted his orbital
So
bone.
the funny part about that is he's had a type of injury like that before, and they were talking about it when that happened.
Here comes Ricochet.
And so they thought perhaps that was what was happening there, but they weren't sure. But the doctor let him continue.
Right.
So I don't know. Anyways, let's see. Sophie says Tony Khan is confident that AEW Rampage will beat SmackDown in the ratings. He tweeted about it and people got mad. Vindicator says, Travis, your favorite wrestler, Xavier Woods, in action. Are you as excited as you have ever been? He is. He's laid back in the chair.
I will be excited.
He's
for
like,
this one.
I'm not going to sit up straight. He's like, I'm just going to.
I have to get my feet up. I wish the back would stay up with the feet thing up.
Lean back.
But maybe a pillow back there or something.
Maybe. Anyways, let's see. Film says, is he going to defend the championship tonight? No. Alita says, eating dinner. Film says, Alita's
look
eating
at that
dinner.
Ricochet.
What are you having for dinner, Alita? Because Piccolo wants to know what everyone's munching on.
I thought Xavier Woods was wrestling Jinder Mahal.
And I wish No, that's Kofi. No, it's Kofi.
Oh.
Kofi Kingston and Jinder Mahal. I said that.
I don't know what you said. I thought
Xavier
I read it
Woods
that way.
and Ricochet.
Huh.
Anyways, Alita's having shepherd's pie for dinner.
Ooh, that's good. I had some of that last week or the week before.
I made him a paleo type version of it.
So good.
Film says, do you think Kofi Kingston will defeat Xavier Woods?
Kofi Kingston.
You mean if Kofi wins his match and Xavier wins his?
Kofi should win that, but I think that they would still put Xavier over him. They've been pushing Xavier rather hard as a singles competitor.
Right.
Maybe they're thinking about sending him in the singles area himself.
Piccolo, I do not have anything. I was going to grab something to snack on, but Travis insisted that I make him some food since he hadn't had anything all day, and then he yelled at me for a few minutes about getting ready, and I was trying to cut myself up an apple, but that didn't work. So I was too late to make myself anything to munch on.
You hear this?
It's true. That's exactly what happened.
It was exactly 9 or 8 o'clock, whatever time this stuff starts.
Okay. I made your you were like, I haven't eaten all day, and it was like 5:35.
Look at that later tonight. Austin Theory versus Jeff Hardy.
Oh, that's happening, huh? And then 5:38, I went out and I was like, I better make him eggs. So I made you eggs. Got all your stupid dinner ready. And then I was going to make something for myself, and then you were like, there's stuff that still has to be done. Get that light set up. Blah, 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 blah.
Pull that off my chair.
No, I want it on there forever.
It's goofy looking. If you can't pull it off, don't. What is it? Why doesn't yours have it?
I don't know.
Why is mine so much cooler?
You'll have to cut it because it's like really, it's one of those stupid things. Like
Hey, look, it's got instructions for handicapped people.
That's you. You're handicapped.
Lean back. Lean forward. That's how big it is. Breathe in, breathe out.
I hope
All
Ricochet
right,
wins.
Ricochet going straight after.
Film says there was a different storyline that people wanted to see Xavier Woods to win it. Walter says, I had grapes for a snack. Yum. Medicare says, maybe there is civil unrest among the ring equipment and some of the ropes considered the others to be racist. Sophie's calling it now the final for King of the Ring is Finn versus Jinder. Alita says shepherd pie. Oh, I already read that one. Janelle Jackson's in the chat. Hey, Janelle. There's a lot of people saying WWE scroll Liv Morgan on Friday and match against Carmella, and they saying that Liv should go to AEW.
Did you see that?
I did not.
You should have me at the remote if they don't show that replay. Let me see that.
Does he throw himself out there and hurt himself?
No, watch this.
Oh.
That's a long way down.
Oh, he kept him up there for like a minute, too. That's crazy. Piccolo says, do you think Jinder has a chance to be the King Maharaja?
I would love it. It would make so much sense to have the King Maharaja.
Right? Film says, in other words, stop crying, Liv Morgan. Yes. Alita says, yes. Film needs, to be honest, I feel like Liv Morgan should be repackaged again and go back to her older gimmick that she used to have and stay in NXT.
I know I'm going to say something that might be a little controversial out there, but what I would have done if I was putting this together is done Mansoor in this tournament and had him win it in Saudi Arabia. But
that would have been perfect, except for he's kind of a good guy.
It's fine.
And it'd be kind of weird. He could do a heel turn. Yeah, I guess he could have been a bad guy.
At the
and then beat up all the white people and And
what's white people have
and
to do with
then
anything?
call them heathens and
You mean Christian people?
heathens.
He starts attacking Christians.
Chris says, let's
Okay,
not.
that's inappropriate. We're done.
Chris is in the chat. He says, let's not talk about Liv's match. Sophie says Liv Morgan was scheduled to win that match, but at the last minute they changed their mind for whatever reason.
Yeah, no reason. They just changed it.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess she was supposed to win it, and some people in the back got a little upset. Imagine that. Liv probably got upset.
She probably cried. Sorry.
No, she has a lot of fans. She has a huge fan base. One of the guys that he's got his own YouTube channel. He's about 7,000 subscribers. I talked to him quite a bit, and we had a big conversation about this. So a lot of people like her.
Yeah. Well, I know she has a huge fan base.
I don't understand it.
I probably would be a fan of her, except for I don't like how she wrestles, and I don't like the crybaby factor. Whether that's real or fake or put on or
so you like
whatever
her
it
promos?
is about her, I just don't know.
So you don't like anything about her? You just named everything there is in wrestling. I'd probably like her if she was completely like Charlotte or something.
No, I wouldn't like her if she was Charlotte. I just
Sasha.
she
whoever.
doesn't have to have phenomenal promos to be a bitch. Like her bitchiness just doesn't work for her. She's too bubblegummy.
It's because she's
drives me
whiny when
bonkers.
she's bitchy.
Yeah.
That's
maybe
all
that
it
is
is.
it.
That's
I don't
all
know.
it is she
I
whines
just
too much.
can't. I can't stand listening to her.
You can't be tough and whine at the same time.
Picola says, I bought a KFC sandwich. Are those
Yummy.
good? I haven't had one. My dad bought one and said it wasn't. I asked him how good it was, and he was like, nah. When I
Really?
got fried chicken last Thursday.
Oh, did you end up getting that?
I went to Albertsons and got fried chicken.
Okay.
But, well, I was there at work until almost 5, which
Right.
was fucking stupid. Every fucking time. I hate that shit. Anyways, but no, he went and got a KFC sandwich earlier that night. So that means he already had fried chicken, basically. And so I was like, well, fuck. And so I was like, well, how was it? You know? He's like,
Well, here, eat this fried
I was
chicken.
like, it must have been gross. He had like one piece. Yeah. I need to just make homemade food. If I have to have time, though. Otherwise, I
You
can't
have no
do it.
time. You just have to deal with that you don't. Time doesn't exist with you. I just come to the realization. It's just real. You do not have time.
Well, it sucks. Sometimes I have time I can make. I have to plan it, though, and I have to be very specific about my planning, and then I can do it. And it's
Look,
not a
they're
big
showing
deal.
it now, finally. Look
Moments
at that.
ago.
I think... I don't know if he was supposed to get up that high. That's got to hurt.
That's awesome.
Right on that
I hope
hip,
he hurt
too.
him. Anyways, Ravi says
Oh,
Dublin versus Natty. Feels like
Dublin.
you're right. She should go to AEW. Walter says cool matches for the tournament. Sophie says I could see Shayna win the Queen's Crown tournament. Randy says, Randy Sam is in the chat. Hey, Randy, saying, hey, Wrestling Gab. What I will do for this, have Woods beat Ricochet and Kofi beat Jinder, and then Jinder and his goons destroy Kofi and injured him, and then Adam do a battle royale to determine.
Yeah, lots of fun things like that can happen.
Vindicator says,
I
I hope
like
I
the
get my
creativeness.
Christmas wish this year, and Mella and her contract are both thrown into the dumpster. Randy Sam's like, who take Kofi's spot? Oh. Film says, oh, Liv, LOL. Film Nation, to be honest, if you wanted to Liv Morgan to win, let real fans root for her instead of robots. Chris is like, D, I thought you didn't like Shayna and her joint manipulations. I don't, but she's a bad guy.
Right.
So she's breaking people's fucking arms, people. She's a nasty heel and mean.
My question is, though, but this is my real question about this.
Queen's crown.
Can she pull off wearing a cape and a crown?
I don't know.
I don't see her
Queen
wearing
of Spades as it is, so I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be hard for me to watch. She'd almost be like a King Corbin type king, you know, with the black and the gothic look.
Right?
One,
Film
two.
says, oh, Liv. Film Nation says, to
Ricochet
be honest,
gets that
if you
shoulder
wanted
up.
to, Liv Morgan. Chris says D, I thought. And then Ravi says, skip the filler D and just watch the main event. Oh, so some of those filler matches were really
They were all
good, man.
heavyweight fights.
They were all heavyweights, and some of them were phenomenally good. Like you
The
wouldn't
first
think they'd
one
be
went
good.
1 round, the second one went 2, and the third one went 6, I think.
Yeah, but they were pretty good. Film says, well, it'd be weird if Charlotte Flair won the WWE Queen of the Ring tournament, yes or no? Well, it would be because she's not in it, for one, and she's already a champion. And Ravi says, cheers D, Trav, for making me a mod. Big ups.
It's time.
Eric Travis is in the chat saying, "What up, Wrestling Gab? I will let Finn and Woods be the final. I will plot twists with Finn, turn heel on Woods, and write Woods off TV, and then have Finn challenge Big E next, in my opinion."
Wow. I love the creativity on those. Those are fantastic.
Right?
Because you don't see that creativity in WWE.
No.
WWE will do it just so predictable that you can't get it wrong.
Chris says King Ricochet is fitting. Walter says, "I saw replays of boxing. That was good." Pickle says, "Congrats on getting moderator Ravi." Film Nation says, "It would be kind of interesting if Ricochet won the tournament."
That's what I was just going to say. If they could get Ricochet to win this, and not only win it,
I'd be okay with that.
but heel turn it to win it.
Ooh, yeah, if he started being mean.
And then he was a heel and King Ricochet, but heel turned. That would be, it would work, and it would work fantastic.
Sophie says, "I think they should have started the tournaments a lot earlier than 2 weeks before Crown Jewel so they could have more people in both tournaments."
A little bit of a build-up, right?
Yeah,
Look at Ricochet, that's too much.
And I get that, Sophie, because in all reality, they don't have that many, right? They only have 8. They only have 8 people.
He's going to do it again.
One.
Right in the
Oh,
woods.
that's how it should happen. Vindicator says, "Nice to see Ricochet back in his original attire. Maybe he is being taken seriously.
He's going to do it a
these
third?
days." Yeah, right.
3 times the charm?
Is he going to do it again?
He did.
Oh,
No!
he
What
deflected
move?
it. Robbie says, "Man's leaning back like Fat Joe."
He went to the well one too many times, right? The Kool-Aid man over here.
Yeah. Walter says, "Congrats, Ravi being blue." Robbie says, "Piccolo cheers, broski." Walter cheers. Piccolo is smiling. Vindicator says, "So what's the story about Ravi joining Luke's team?" Robbie says, "LOL, Vin." Sophie says, "AJ Styles and Amos, they were thinking of splitting up in the draft, but someone from Brock got in the higher power ear, and they actually listened."
1, 2, and 3. Let's write that Ricochet story right off the books, because Xavier Woods wins with the Randy Savage elbow. Woo!
Boo.
Moving on. Moving on.
Boo. Boo, this guy. Boo.
Now it's going to be up to Jinder Mahal. Or are they going to put the New Day against each other?
I don't know.
That's a pretty floor. Do you see the floor up there where all the
Is it like checkered?
what are those called? The chairs that they sit in? The thrones?
The thrones?
There's a movie called Game of Thrones, and I don't even know it. Anyways, yeah, the whole floor. Look at it. It's like a purple. It's really pretty.
Is it just lighting, though?
It could be. You're coming home where you belong.
Loser.
Last Monday.
Yeah, Sophie, I think that Amos really needs to stay with AJ Styles. I think AJ Styles is a good mentor for him still. And he hasn't had a lot of singles wrestling matches yet, so it's good for him to stick with somebody who's a veteran.
Oh, he didn't get to answer the question.
He didn't. Walter says, "Is SmackDown 2 hours and 30 minutes this week?" I don't know. Somebody's talking about it just being an hour and 30 minutes. And Piccolo says, "I know, right? He's on the blue brand." Robbie's like, "I think Woods might just edge the win in the match." Alita says, "How did Ravi get mod?" Film Nation says, "If I had to make a prediction who should win the Queen and King of the Ring tournament match, it will probably be Charlotte Flair and Sami Zayn unless he's still in the tournament."
Charlotte Flair's not in the tournament.
Charlotte Flair's not even in the tournament. So he says, "People say we see rematches all the time, and so far in the King of the Ring, we haven't seen one rematch."
Yeah, it's been great.
Film says, talking about Sami Zayn, if he's still in it or not. He is. He won his match.
Yep, Sami Zayn and Finn Balor next week. Or this week.
Yeah. Vindicator says, "Austin Theory is the future, baby, but wow, do I miss the Iconics, who were the real future if not for McBossman screwing it up."
They're going to show up here pretty soon over on Impact. They signed a contract, I hear. Might have to try to tune into that one and watch it.
Right? Pico says, "D, it's alright, grab you something during the Hardy match, right?" Chris says, "Please don't win Xavier Woods." Oh, and then he did. Chris is like, "Sami Zayn next king." Eric Travis says, "Imagine Walter in the King of the Ring and Walter versus Finn be the finals. And then we'll have Walter win and become King Walter with his Imperium."
King Walter would have been perfect. There's another one.
Yeah.
This dude's
would've
on
been
a
good.
roll here.
Walter's like, "Don't
I like
hurt
that.
Woods. He does up, down, down live game channel."
Yeah, I would have definitely loved to see Walter in anything in
He would have
WWE.
been fine
And as
still.
a king, it'd be perfect. Because that's what I've been trying to say. Is how do we get him into WWE, but be a William Regal type, where he's arrogant and English? Because because he doesn't have the arrogant English body, right?
Right.
Look at him having matching snakeskin Speedos. Randy.
Oh, God.
Fucking Randy. Look at he's going to smile.
His face.
He's trying
like,
not to
"Oh my
smile.
God,
He's
this
like,
guy. Jesus. I fear that Riddle is going to be taken out at some point. Sophie says they should put higher stakes in these tournaments for the winner, like they get a WWE or Universal Championship match for the next pay-per-view, and the same for the Queen's Crown tournament. Ravi says a wise woman on the Gab once said it's Liv Morgan's time to shine.
hey, they're going one-on-one against Cedric and Shelton. They have put the Hurt Business back together. Mansoor. Ollie's like the heel and Mansoor's the baby face.
I know. He's like, I love everybody. And he's like, stop liking people. You have to be mean and cruel.
It's like
Mansoor's
Regis
all
and-
out there like,
It's like Regis and Kelly. Kelly's like, oh, look at all the fans. Regis like, the fans suck. Don't talk to the fans. Don't even address them.
Let's see. Chris says Finn Balor versus Walter, King of the Ring, would be epic. Pico says LOL Christian, don't even work here. Chris says a huge fan only base. Walter says, are you guys going live for AEW Saturday? I'm guessing yes. Travis will be here.
What am I going to be here for?
Live for AEW on Saturday.
I didn't know it was going to be on Saturday. I'll have to check things out.
Well, you can. You just look on FS1.
Why would it be on Fox Sports?
Because, maybe it won't be. It'll be on the other one. They're putting SmackDown on FS1. That's right.
Right.
I knew one of them was going there. Let's see. Picola says maybe if she had a doll and supernatural gimmick.
Why wouldn't they just put it on TBS? That's the whole point of having TBS. So instead they changed the day. So frustrating.
Film says Finn Balor should be WWE Universal Champion right after Roman Reigns loses a championship either to The Rock or to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Chris says, but if Liv was bitchy, she would just be another goddess version of Bliss, aka the Mean Girl. Picola says, I could see Finn win King of the Ring. Film says Finn should be champion. And Sophie says Roman doesn't have that many main event faces to feud with after Brock after the draft, and the same goes for Big E as well. Vindicator says, so which food franchise do you two think is better? Albertsons or Applebee's? Okay, I'm pretty sure that Albertsons is a grocery store.
You can do a lot more with Albertsons than you can with Applebee's.
Applebee's, the food's already prepared for you, hopefully well.
Sicilian
sometimes
sausage
gross.
and spaghetti. That's all I ever ate. And I haven't eaten there in like 25 years.
I don't even think they have that on their menu anymore. Chris says, I just want her to join Bliss at this point and have Cross and team live up with Scarlett and Bliss, and Cross have his girls do his dirty work, kind of like the horror movie The Strangers. Sophie says, if they didn't bring Brock back, I wonder who Roman would face and feud with for the rest of the year. Film says Bliss is better than Scarlett. And Luna's in the chat says, come on, pretty Ricky, let's go. That's Ricochet's Twitter handle. And Walter says, come on, New Day. And Film's like, boo-hoo, Liv. And Film's laughing. Pico says, that was a badass guillotine leg drop. And Gothflesh is like, knee strike. I'm just getting caught up, guys. Sorry. Film says, Liv Morgan should go to NXT. It's the only one that will save her career and her wrestling skills that she has in WWE. Chris says, what if they brought MSK up and Ricochet joined? Sophie says, how did Robbie become a mod? And Piccolo says that wasn't even a sidestep. He just pushed himself off. Piccolo says Robbie had that GameStop money and paid off Dee and Travis.
GameStop money.
That's right. He invested. And then he could tell time with a digital clock. It was amazing.
Like Cameron Grimes.
Film says, let's go Raw. Let's go Raw. Let's go Raw. Sophie says, with the King of the Ring, they have a lot of men on the roster to fill a 16-man tournament. Alita says, who is Hivation? I don't know, hun. Film says, Bliss is so blissful. Alita says, who made Ravi a mod? The universe. Piccolo says, Randy listens to Avenged Sevenfold and Riddle listens to K-pop. Film says, P.S. hopefully Bliss's surgery is going out well. Sophie says, the Street Profits almost got split up in the draft as well. Film says, so Charlotte Flair's not in the tournament. That's odd. Yeah, she's not in the tournament, honey, because she's a champion. She's a champion. She has a belt. So there's no reason for her to win
I brought
the
his
Queen
old
of
John
the Ring.
Cena championship belt.
Film says, will Charlotte Flair crown the new queen? Ravi says, so Cedric and Shelton reunited. Ha ha. SC Williams is in the chat. Hey, SC says, sup, Wrestling God. This is what I will do. Have Woods versus Kofi. Get that match, and then I'll have Woods win it, but tease a heel turn of Kofi. I will turn Kofi into Killmonger and get him a bodyguard. Film's like, Hill King Ricochet. It may just work. SC says, and I will let Kofi cut a promo backstage on why he turned on Woods, though, but I won't get Kofi a match, just cut a promo. Walter says, it's on TNT Saturday, AEW Travis. Alita says, Applebee's, and Sophie says, it would be interesting how they could pull off a 2-hour and half SmackDown, especially with that half hour being commercial free. Chris says, bring War Games to main roster, Hurt Business versus Bloodline versus New Day. And poor Ali just got thrown in the air and dropped like a bag of milk or potatoes. Alita says, love that movie.
I just voted for The Miz 10 times. All right, The Miz has been voted for from me.
Hanging with Mr. J, I just want Charlotte to go away. Pico says, come on, let's go get drunk and fight somebody at Applebee's. And Sophie says, with AEW being on Saturday the next 2 weeks, it throws your YouTube schedule off.
Yeah.
Film says, listen,
now it's Mondays,
I love
Fridays,
Charlotte
and
Flair. I
Saturdays.
say don't let her win any more championships. Just let her wrestle a few matches and let her take a break from wrestling a little while, then come right back. Did somebody send a thing to vote for him or something?
Yeah, they had a whole thing, the talk and all that.
Oh,
if you've done it before, it's the same number.
Oh, is it?
You just scroll down in your history and you'll find it.
Okay.
If you have to do a search, it's Miz. Holly misses. Cedric drops him. Hey, everybody's wanted to see this match for a while. Look at that. The Hurt Business wins that one handedly. Are they calling him the Hurt Business, though? Because I didn't hear anything about the Hurt Business. So they put them back together, and they're like besties again.
That's funny.
Oh, Ali pushed down Mansoor. What was he supposed to do? You're the one that got pinned. Lahu Zahar. Mansoor's all sorts of upset now. His mentor just pushed him down to the ground.
Oh, is he gonna cry about it?
Probably.
Is he over in the corner and cry? He's like, I took some lessons from Liv. I know how to deal with this issue. Let's go in the corner and cry. Evolution. Okay.
Old Dewdrop.
Oh, I guess I should.
Is Dewdrop going to get her elbow broken and go back to NXT UK? Or is she on the main roster to stay? She doesn't remind me of a main character, you know?
Right.
Here comes the...
Shayna Baszler.
What do they call her? The Queen of Spades?
Yeah, she's the Queen of Spades.
Joint manipulation. It's coming right now. This is the Queen's crown.
Right. Let's see.
Dana Brooke. Is that who she's wrestling again?
Yeah.
Dana Brooke.
Yep.
In a rematch from last week. She almost got her elbow broken last week.
Yes. Sophie says baseball, I think, is on TBS. Yeah, the finals were there. Walter says Undertaker new movie was good. The New Day was scared. Pico says Miz got 2 left feet. Hashtag. Sophie says Gable Steveson is rumored to make his ring debut at Mania.
Mania. Yes.
Film says P.S. Newsflash, you already told me, and yes, she isn't in the tournament. Big LOL. Chris says Liv just tweeted basically cheering on Woods. If Liv comes out, costs Woods the match, then cuts a heel promo and is like, now you know what it feels like to get screwed out of a match.
There you go.
Sure. Ravi
Liv
says
kills
Ali
her.
and Mansoor will win. They didn't. Film
No,
says
they
I
didn't.
love the Iconics. Walter says Hurt Business for the win. That's what happened. Film says true. I heard about the rumor the Iconics joining the Impact Wrestling. Alita says all the sports is coming on. Ravi says that was random. Cedric and Shelton with the win. And Walter says, okay, good win.
October or March? When is the best time for sports?
I don't know. Depends on what you like. Piccolo says the Iconics are the Innovation. They debuted on Impact over the weekend.
Huh. I have no idea who that is.
The Iconics.
Oh. They were already...
The Iconics debuted over the weekend on Impact.
Oh, on that all-women's pay-per-view.
Their new names are Innovation.
Innovation or Innovation?
Innovation. It's double I's, so I don't know. Maybe it's Innovation. Innovation. I don't know. Jason Michaels in the chat says, oh my God, mind blown wrestling gab. Right? Rob says Mansoor and Ali feud. Sophie says it is looking like they are breaking up another team. Film says, if you wanted Walter to be in it, I say if a wrestler is injured in the tournament, replace him with Walter. And as Piccolo says, Ali needs a hug. Film says it will work. Ravi says, Eva done out here, fam, well and truly cooked.
Well, she did break her elbow, so she's probably out for a while.
Chris says, Ali turns on Mansoor. It will be Ali versus Mansoor.
In wrestling, I don't think she really hurt her elbow.
Walter says, Nia Jackson, Eva Marie got hurt. Yes, they did. Luna says, that scream from Nia, I just can't. I know, right? Like, it's creepy. Chris says, sexy Dana. And Piccolo says, why do I want Dewdrop to Cartwheel?
Because of Otis.
Because it could be an epic
Oh, wait,
fail.
no, because of the Viking.
Yes.
I thought Otis was the guy. Otis does the worm.
Yes. Doesn't do it anymore, but yes. Hanging with Mr. J says, Ali is just a big whiner like Ziggler. And Film Nation says, I want to see Elias Sampson back on TV. Rev says, D, book that bed in A&E for Dana Brooke. Walter says Dana Brooke will win. And Sophie says, you guys don't work 2 days in a row. You usually take a day off in between. With AEW being on Saturday, that throws off every YouTube content creator's schedule off.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. You know, there's a lot of times that we do a Friday show, a Saturday morning prediction show, a Sunday pay-per-view, and then a Monday Night Raw. So
yeah, so there's days where we do 4 times in a row. We're doing stuff that's not really part of our schedule.
So it's not a huge deal.
Robbie says Piccolo Dumplin should frog splash off the top turnbuckle. Gross. She might explode.
Or at least fall.
Walter's like the wrestling title fixer passed away. Oh. Piccolo says that would be cool too. Sophie says Mansoor is undefeated in singles matches for the Saudi Arabia pay-per-views.
All right, Shayna Baszler taking a right to her in the corner. Dana moves. Some ring IQ there.
Yeah, Sean Gordon's in the chat. Hey, hi, Sean. And Phil says, are the women wrestling? Yes.
Yes, right now, Dana Brooke and Shayna Baszler.
And Dana for the...
Dana going right after. If she can keep this intensity up the whole time, she might actually win this.
This is a Queen's Crown match, everybody. A Queen's Crown match.
The winner moves on. The loser goes home. And the loser possibly could get a broken arm.
True.
It's a hell of a...
That's the move everybody wants Dumplin to do.
It's over.
She's beating her out of it.
Rolls her up.
She gonna do it?
No.
Ooh, almost. Got her in a fruit roll-up.
This could be it, though.
This one?
No, just a 1 count. There. This is that offense that we needed, but it's about over. She's gonna tap right now, maybe.
I don't know. Is she gonna beat her?
Roll up under her. Or is she gonna tap? Nope. Rolls through.
Rolls her
Another
up
roll
into
up.
the ropes.
No, she missed that one. Shit, she just got kneed right in the face.
Oh.
Dana Brooke looking fantastic, but she just lost. And 3.
Well, if she hurries out of there, she might not get her arm broken.
Run away!
Right? Run away! Hanging with Mr. J says, thank you, Eva Maria's gone.
Yeah.
Film says, but she's still in WWE.
Yeah, she hasn't went anywhere. She'll be around, I'm sure. She'll probably come back with a cast on her arm and talk.
Film says, but she's still in WWE. Sophie says, once AEW moves to TBS, they will still get preempted by baseball and basketball and sometimes hockey. Films like TBS Puke and TNT Lightning with a thumbs up.
Oh, Dana! She went after Dana, but the referee stopped it that time. Dana, go.
Just go away. Just go run away. Greg says, Dana looking for the fruit roll-up. Ha-ha. Film says, Dana Brooke is wrestling. Yes. Chris says, Corey throwing some more shade at Dana. Ravi says 90-second match.
There's Charlotte wearing something that I haven't seen before.
She always wears something you haven't seen when she wears her normal clothes stuff. Sometimes it's really hideous. Chris says, Corey throwing more shade. Robbie says, 90-second match. And Philip says, I like her muscles.
Got big old guns. You're talking about pecs.
Sophie says, not that many people have FS1, though, so the ratings for SmackDown might not do well.
Right, yeah. The reason they get such high ratings is because it's on public TV. Mm-hmm. You can watch it with rabbit ears.
Piccolo says, yep, another speedy match. I barely stretched. And Alita says, Shayna has lashes on. She trying to be pretty? She trying to be all pretty?
Nobody knows why women wear fake eyelashes. It makes no sense. Not one man has ever said, you know what, if her eyelashes were just a little bit longer, I'd do her.
Really? I figured that's what your guys' biggest thing was all about eyelashes.
If they were just a little bit longer, I'd do her.
I figured.
I want them to come out here, though.
Robbie's like snake skin square looking like she's in her 60s with that get up. And Phil says, is Charlotte wearing a dress or something?
Nobody knows what she's doing.
I don't know what exactly she's wearing.
Nobody knows.
It could be just a weird jumpsuit, which that's kind of been her big thing lately. She just wears a onesie jumpsuit that's skin tight and it's kind of creepy.
Do you think it's just us? Are we like in some weird like time warps? Like the tanky and amplifier stuff? Because every single person that wears clothes on wrestling, it's weird. Seth wears clothes, weird. Becky wears clothes, weird. Charlotte wears clothes, weird.
I think it's
Is it just
because
us?
I think it's weird because they're playing a part. I don't think they wear that normally.
Oh yeah, Charlotte.
Like
wears
I don't. Well, Riddle,
Charlotte
he probably
wears
goes
that.
that out. I'm pretty sure Riddle wears that out and about. But
he wears that to Albertsons
yeah,
and Applebee's.
he wears it to Applebee's on his little thing, and he's like, "Bow," and then he smokes his dope before he goes in. Robbie says Sasha is gonna mop the floor with her.
He just took a selfie with the dude.
Sophie says the women's division sometimes feels like it is back to being the Divas division with how long every women's matches have been. Right? Ravi says, D, you should get a jumpsuit like Square. And Film's like, ew, jumpsuit. And Pickle says, who wears a singlet in 2021? Otis? Biggie. Biggie wears a fucking singlet.
Right.
Looks like a freak.
King Kong Bundy.
In 2021. Wrestlers right now who wears singlets right now. I think Chad Gable wears one too. So Chad Gable, Otis, Big E, bunch of wackos do. Film says that's kind of disgusting. Why not just wear a good-looking dress, Charlotte? And Sophie says TBS and FS1 reach the same amount of homes. Chris says Piccolo sexy girls wear singlets. Ew, gross.
Well, my daughter used to think that was the name of the song. All my singlets, all my singlets, all my singlets, all my singlets.
P.S. No hard feelings, Charlotte, just being honest. Don't think she cares. Pretty sure that she does not care.
Love that chicken from Popeyes. I just did an ad.
Did ya?
Yeah.
A Popeyes ad?
What a good show tonight.
Is it?
Yeah, we've got King of the Ring, we got Queen of the Ring, Queen's Crown stuff. We got Big E and the Scottish Psychopath going one-on-one with the Usos. Charlotte was just on. What else we got coming up? Oh, yeah?
I'm trying to think of other ones.
More Queen's Crown.
Oh, the Charlotte Flair versus those two. That's coming up. Was there a guys thing coming up?
It's just the Usos that I know about. There might be some more going on.
That looks kind of stupid cute. Robbie's like, LOL, they are ugly clothes, ain't they? Like, a lot of them are, right? Like, I mean, every once in a while you'll see something and be like, oh, that's not so bad. You know, you might see somebody wearing that on the street or something, but most of the time they're kind of hideous. It's like, So they're like, oh, hey, by the way, here's an adult meal for you.
What is that, bread?
Yeah.
This is a bread
Someone's
commercial?
got to make that bread to put bread on that table.
Aha.
When you buy this bread at Walmart, we've committed an additional $350 million products made, grown, and assembled in the USA.
Good.
As they should. Walmart should, considering they sell everything from China. Chris says Charlotte in a singlet, barf face. Robbie says Square is a mook. And hanging with Mr. J says Charlotte needs a mask to cover her face before her nose gets broken like Sheamus. But if you think about it, it could be an improvement for her.
Or like Carmella. Carmella wears a mask now.
Gross. Piccola says, you're right, I'd rather wear super elite veils and dangly earrings. Sophie says, these are one of the times I miss SmackDown being on the USA Network because they didn't get preempted that much like they do while they have been on Fox. Robbie says, Andrade picks Square's outfits for Raw. I doubt that.
Oh, God.
Chris says Alexa in a singlet. Oh, God. Film says that belongs to Charlotte Flair is just wearing a sleeveless shirt, if you know what I mean. Ew. Film's like, no thanks, I hope Bliss doesn't wear a singlet. And Chris says Liv wearing a singlet. Film Nation's like, ew, and barf. Let's put every single wrestler in the whole WWE factions, all of the wrestlers in singlets. Men, women, it doesn't matter. It's all of them.
The one-armed one, like Andre. He wore the one strap and it kind of came across. Those are the ones you want.
I want to see Amos in a singlet.
Who knows what his outfit will look like, but it probably will be. With tights and a singlet. Like Otis. Looking just like Otis.
I mean, all of them. Dewdrop in a singlet.
She wears a singlet.
She wears a leotard. That's a whole thing. Singlets are the ones like what Big E wears.
Right.
And what Otis and Gable. That's like straps. And they come down like this.
Oh.
That's different.
We can't do that with girls.
Yes, that's why I said we should put every single wrestler, men, women, children, doesn't matter, in singlets. Let's see what happens.
There's like 3 women that can pull it off. Mandy.
That's what Chris said. Mandy is a singlet.
Got Mandy, Eva Marie, and I don't know. Dana Brooke, maybe. I don't know.
She might be able to pull off a singlet. It would depend. Okay, so this is the problem with having big boobs. They don't stay perky unless you shove them up in your throat. So unless they have perky boobies, singlets are not going to be the best. They're droopy boobies. He's been doing thinking. Though says AJ Styles should have one more last WWE Championship run and then go after the Universal Championship. Sophie says the ratings for AEW Dynamite next 2 weeks won't reach 1 million like they have in the past. Film says, oh hell no, Mandy Rose is too attractive to wear a singlet. Piccolo says, well, don't tell Vince, everyone on 2.0 will wear singlets. Yeah. Phil's singlets are cringe, just being honest about
Hey,
it.
look, Almost has his guns out.
And hanging with Mr. J.
He's trying
says,
to bag a classy broad.
he is. Whoever told Carmella she was beautiful lied. The mask she wears won't help. Sophie says we are in October. This is where we get rumor mills about Mania matches. Alita says Bundy wore singlets and tights. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Chris says,
Ma'am.
well, Carmella did
Yes,
wear a
ma'am.
singlet. Vinny here says, so apparently Omaha spends his entire paycheck on golden necklaces that he would probably struggle to sell on eBay.
Possibly, I don't.
He probably loves his mama, too. You gonna make fun of him for that? Huh? Huh? You gonna make fun of him? You know, they did that to Mr. T. He made a whole speech about his mama. And they made fun of him for it. Phil says, bruh.
He's got a code word. Pintoff?
What the fuck did he say?
Pintoff?
So he says there's still no update on if Mania is going to be 2 nights or the 3rd year in a row.
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to get tickets to go on sale. I want to put it on my calendar, but I can't put it on my calendar because I don't know if they're going to do it on a Saturday or a Sunday.
Right.
As of right now, it's just the 3rd, which I think is a Saturday. But if they do 2 days, then it's Saturday and Sunday. But would they just do it on a Sunday and not a Saturday? So I don't want to put it on my calendar in case they move it to the 4th. Randy.
Robbie says Naya in a singlet is permanent nightmare. Ha ha ha. Film says no way. Chris says code word is singlet. Sophie says Amos is like Braun.
So
doppelganger.
In the 80s, they had a match for $10,000. It was Big John Studd and Andre the Giant in a body slam match. So whoever could slam the other one won $10,000. They should do that with Dewdrop and Naya. Right?
Yeah.
Do the Clash of the Titans type match. A body slam match.
Beagle says singlet is the new Piff. Robbie says, I remember seeing Gary Coleman dressing up as Mr. T. Ha ha. Film's like, bro. And Mitzi says, they count to me. They understand. They talk
That big
to
choke
me.
slam.
Film's like making barfy faces again. And Sophie says,
One,
we know we are
two.
getting Riddle versus Orton at Mania.
He had him beat right there. He had him pinned with a foot. We can legally beat the crap out of him.
Chris says, no, everyone in a Rikishi outfit. Vindicator says, nah, nobody messes with the mamas except for other mamas. But what? Is Mr. T like 80 years old now and still kicking it 18
He's going to do a roundhouse.
No, really.
Big kick.
He's like, we're working on it really well. Walter's like, okay, bye guys. See you Friday for SmackDown. All right, Walter. Thanks for hanging with us, man.
Thank you, Walter.
Robbie says, LO, no one wearing a singlet is Piff. Trust me.
They're going to show it on the instant replay up top on the board. A big kick.
That's awesome. He's like, that looked cool. Pico says, I don't see why Big Show never had that challenge. Chris says, or everyone in a Yokozuna outfit. Pico says, take care, Walter.
The old Yokozuna.
Slow motion instant replay.
Why are they, like, what's the play here? Is Randy going to come down RKO almost and almost loses?
I don't know. Ah.
They're showing it in an instant replay. In slow motion.
Slow motion instant replay. Rise like peace, Walter. Vindicator says, by the way, Stallone old behind has made
He's going to give him a
another
CB.
Expendables movie, riding motorcycles and firing his assault rifles and jumping over landmines and other Expendables type shit.
Put his foot on his chest. It's over.
Yeah, that's not too far-fetched that Stallone decided that he should be in another movie. Expendables movie. Robbie says Riddle tossed like a salad.
He was in a shark in a movie I just watched.
Vindicator says, I'm not watching it even though they added my girl Megan Fox.
Ooh.
Oh, she decided she was going to start acting again?
What show's she in?
She wasn't blackballed?
Here he comes. Randy's like, he can go 1-on-1, but once they go 2-on-1, he's coming down. Is he going to be behind him? Look out behind you.
Riddle, he's like, oh.
Oh?
AJ thought he was behind him. What? Chris says people are wasting tax dollars to sit in a stadium and watch AJ Styles jack off with his plaything, Jordan Kamala.
Yes, that's exactly what's happening. So Randy's music has started, but Randy's not out there. The crowd's cheering, though. Randy's out there. KO out of nowhere. And then he takes off.
Where did he come from?
He's
was
sneaky.
he underneath the ring the whole time?
Remember when he was the cameraman?
Yeah. Remember when he was the janitor?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That wasn't too long ago.
That was all against Edge, wasn't it? All those ones? Or was that Drew McIntyre, that one?
I think that was
Drew McIntyre.
the chat. Hey, Rally says, hi, Travis. Dalethea going for Dewdrop or Shayna to win the women's tournament. Zelina, Carmella are not winning. I don't think Becky, Charlotte versus Bianca, Sasha should be good later live stream. Thanks.
Yeah. A lot going on tonight.
Robbie says RKO. Laughing. And Lieutenant Martha of Chicago PD says, ha ha ha, no one is safe from the RKO.
Nobody.
And Sophie says Bill Murray might be in the next Ant-Man movie for Marvel.
Oh, shit. They're doing another one of those? Wait, is that the Ant-Man? That's the one with the bees? The wasp or whatever? Right?
I think so.
It's Paul Rudd?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the Ant-Man one. And the dad of the lady he's interested in is...
The wasp.
What's his face?
Yeah. Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Or Douglas.
Douglas. That's me. It's talking about me. Pickle says, I've seen talk show interviews on YouTube where Arnold conned Stallone. He was saying, OMG, stop or my mom will shoot will be the biggest hit ever. Stallone called his agent and got to it first. Yeah, it was such a good movie. About, like, kindergarten cop and, you know,
Ooh.
the one with Danny DeVito is the twin.
Twins, I love that.
Robbie says the way Drew fell looked like he got tasered. Ha ha ha. The way he looks dizzy.
The head of the table scared of us. Obviously setting up the future for Drew when he goes over.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, weird. Film
All right, they're
says,
gonna team up
what
tonight.
I mean by Charlotte should wear a sleeveless shirt so I can see her armpits.
Look at the power, they can't do it!
We
And they did
totally
it.
understood.
It's like the mega powers. Shimon now.
Fucking weird. Sophie says, it could be the first 2 nights Mania on the road, but I could somehow see them going back to doing it one night because it could be cheaper. And Phil says, come on, Drew, get up. Vinegar says, oh, I just wondered, will the Wrestling Gab message ticker ever have news info scroll across like about when Ayla will finally release a batch of her prize-winning donuts? LOL.
Right.
Bobby says, Biggie
Coming
looks
July
like
2nd.
he's going to pop a vein.
2022.
Bobby, huh? Philip says, I think Drew McIntyre should go after Roman Reigns' title.
There's Bobby, looking fantastic in his suit.
Wearing his suit.
Alita's not a fan of this guy.
No, she hates him immensely.
She calls him trash.
And because of that, her ankle hurts now.
Oh, shit.
She just said, it was funny, you said her name, and then she said in the chat, Alita says, my ankle hurts as hell. And it's all because Bobby Lashley showed up on the TV.
And it could be because
God
of
damn
Bobby.
it.
God damn Bobby
God
Lashley.
damn Bobby Lashley making Alita's ankle hurt.
God damn sons of bitches.
Chris says Drew and E trying to handshake like Macho and Hogan.
Yeah, so I said the mega powers.
Ralphie says, does Bobby have to get his suits pre-made?
I would assume so. He's kind of big in the chest and the arm and the everything.
Yeah.
The back, the shoulder.
Chris says Jobby Trashly. Yeah.
He used to be a jobber, but he was world champion for a while.
He made a pretty good champion. Nobody agrees with that, but I thought he made a pretty good champion. Double cheeseburger. A double grilled cheese cheeseburger.
Double.
Double.
Does that mean there's 2 pieces of cheese?
There's 3 pieces of cheese.
Oh.
There's cheese on each side of the breads, like a grilled cheese.
Yes.
And then you put the patty, and then a piece of cheese in the patty, and then you put the other one on top.
I feel like it would be better if it was lunch meaty than hamburger-y for a cheese or a grilled cheese sandwich.
Like, they make ham and cheese ones that are pretty good. But, I mean, it looks good. Like, I've never even thought about making... I mean, because, you make it with bread, right? You make grilled cheeses with bread.
Fact.
So if you're making grilled cheese with bread, it'd be kind of different to make a grilled cheese hamburger. But it sounds good, right? I mean, to a certain degree, it sounds good. Ravi says, D, when's your singlet coming in the post from Amazon? As soon as you order it and send it to me, Ravi. Get on it. And Luke's in the chat. Hey, Luke says, no, I'm hungry.
Right? Everybody's hungry in this chat.
I'm hungry.
All she talks about is food.
I only had soup for lunch. Give me a break.
Did you end up getting that?
I did. I went and got soup.
Was it good?
It was pretty good. It didn't have very many potatoes in it, which was really weird. It's a potato bacon soup with like 3 potatoes. That was all I got. Alita says Roman has a few new TikToks. And Raleigh says Bobby's suits are so nice. It's Seth and Sonya and Bobby have nice suits. Now glad Sonya getting back in their ring versus Naomi. She's great. Do you agree, Travis, Dalethea? Sonya getting back in the ring versus Naomi.
Why not?
I've never thought that Sonya wasn't a good wrestler. I'm glad
think
that
she's
she's
a
feeling
great
comfortable,
performer.
that she's feeling good, that she can come back and go out there and wrestle. I mean, she doesn't really have to, but...
She's fantastic on the mic. She's decent in the ring. Why not? Why not have her wrestle?
Pickle says basically Lashley had killed all the Barneys in the entire world just to make that suit. Film says, so Dana Brooke lost in the tournament. Sad.
Yeah, she's
she
gone.
Did. Film says at least she tried. Yes.
Yep.
Fuck.
I have no idea what that is.
Pickle says at Ravi, is Texas toast a thing in England? Sophie says at least after October 21st we will have fresh feuds and storylines.
I think so. I think we should get quite a few.
Ravi's making jokes, like real big jokes. Ravi's like, haha, imagine D in a singlet, haha, hosting the Raw stream as you all barf and run away. We would probably lose all of our subscribers, Ravi. That would probably be...
Get you in the tanning
really
bed. Tan you up a little bit.
bad. Very bad.
Maybe some spray tan.
Very bad. Just orange me up. Film's like, did you make those shirts yourselves or did you get someone to make them for you? Just curious.
There's a place that we go to in town.
So we designed the design.
Yes.
Like our thing for our show, like our channel. And then we took it to a local place that hires people with disabilities, and we had them do it. So they're a locally owned operation here in town that hire
mentally disabled
with disabilities, and they do work there, and it's really cool. So we wanted to use them because it helps the community.
$75 for inside a car, $75 outside a car, or $80 inside, $80 outside, and $150. Both.
Oh, that's
for
cool
detailing.
for detailing there. Nice.
Brett's taking his in.
Nice. Film says, did you hear about that outrageous TikTok challenge for October? Is it something about
pumpkin?
Eating stuff like Tide Pods again or something?
Is it pumpkin eating?
Probably says Sonia is too busy eating donuts on her YouTube channel. Didn't even know she had one. Chris says, well, Dana would probably crying like Liv. And Raleigh says, someone mentioned your hoodies, tops. They're nice, red for raw, good stuff. They're nice.
You got all sorts of colors. I got a white one downstairs I can start wearing.
Sophie says Impact ratings barely hit 1,000. It gets lower every week. And
1,000?
not that many YouTube channels cover it anymore like they used to.
You mean like 1,000 or 100,000? That's 1,000 can't be right. There's got to be 1,000 people that watch it.
Yeah. Robbie says Piccola, don't think so. Not heard of it in the UK. So,
It's
Robbie,
just thicker bread.
So all it is it's just bread that's cut thicker.
It's like two slices or three slices.
So if you get pre-cut bread from the store, it's just bread that's cut thicker instead of like a normal cut of bread. Phil says, to be honest, I hope WWE doesn't fire Dana Brooke. If you really want Dana to get better, I say send her back to NXT. It would be better instead of firing her. I don't think anybody's talking about firing her.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd get rid of her.
Robbie says, D, of course you didn't know Sonya had a channel. You're too busy subscribing to Liv. I don't subscribe to hers either. I didn't even know she had a channel.
She does. It's like Jeannie or Genevieve or something.
Her real name. Mm-hmm. Then says locally owned operation. Cool. Yes. Sophie says at least the WWE is giving Dallas a couple ideas, and I don't know what is taking them so long to like one of those ideas.
1 week from this Thursday, guys. Bobby Lashley. Goldberg.
Bobby says, oh yeah, we do have it. Then it's doorstop bread in the UK. Yeah. Yeah, I figured it might just be called something else, but it's just thicker cut. So it's almost like an inch thick of like a bread of how it's cut. Piccolo says it's just a thicker slice of bread because we need more meaty sandwiches. Americans, bigger is better. Actually, Piccolo, it's better. I used it for making some French toast the other day, and it was really good as French toast. And Luke says Impact Wrestling also has a 24/7 channel on Twitch, so they get viewers there. Plus, those numbers will go up at Bound for Glory when the inspiration arrives.
There! That's it. That's the Iconics. I thought they weren't coming till then.
Right. So they made it sounded like Sophie was saying earlier, they did make a show up over the weekend for whatever Impact may have done over the weekend. But they are going to really have it looks like their arrival, as Luke's mentioning, as that on that Bound for Glory. Rowley says it's more than 1,000 people who watch Impact. I watch it. Good wrestlers on there. I think it's 100,000-ish, maybe a bit more. Thumb says it's about slapping a teacher. That's what the TikTok is about.
Oh, that'll work out good for
I
everybody.
really want to see people do that. I want to see kids do that and then not get in trouble for it.
Smack them in the ass.
Lieutenant Martha says Goldberg referenced an old James Bond movie, License to Kill.
There's a lot of killing going on in wrestling. Arn Anderson, Goldberg, everybody wants people dead.
Sophie says, so both Rampage and NXT beat Impact and ratings. How interesting. Chris says, Goldberg, your son football team lost to my high school team 58-10. Shut up, Goldberg. Ha ha ha. Phone says, hey, it's Rhea Ripley's birthday, and it's also Ricochet's birthday. Cool. Vindicator says, how you doing, Luke? Are you feeling good about having a new teammate in the chat? Maybe you could send him some of Ireland's finest takeout dishes, express mail to celebrate. Film's like, yes, and Pico says, oh God, I bet if teachers weren't punk bitches, see what happens. Film's like, that too. Luke says, they had a teaser reveal this weekend, but did not show in person. They were having to deal with visa stuff, which is why they can appear live till Bound for Glory. And looks like who you talking about then? And eyeballs. And Pico says, like that meme said, I grew up to Tupac and Biggie. You think I don't know gangster?
Right?
If you grew up in the 90s, you know a lot of shit.
That 90s show sounds like it could be pretty good, though.
Yeah.
That's literally right up my alley.
That'd be, I wonder how, yeah. And it's on Netflix, so it won't be as PC. Robbie says, D, when's your Drew sword coming in the post? I don't think they'll send it. It's a weapon, so probably have to send it to like some gun shop in town first. Film says, what's WWE going to do with Shotzi Blackheart? I don't know.
They drafted her.
They drafted her and Knox separately, so I don't know how they're going to do that because they can't go after the tag titles now. Sophie says, doesn't Bronson Reed have to find a job before he goes back to his home country? Yes, before his work visa runs out. Vindicator says, Goldberg went to high school. I'm shocked. He seems like such a lunkhead. Alita says, it was okay. You can't kill the Almighty. Robbie says, D is gangster sitting on her throne tonight. Vindicator says, talking about Ayla chat rival Luke, the one and only. I'm not saying his last name. He got all mad at me and made fun of me for saying it wrong.
His last name.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's Sasha.
Film says, did Rhea Ripley show up on Raw? Haven't seen her yet. So this is Biggie versus Rollins, Edge versus Lashley are fresh feuds that we could see at some point. True. What did you set this at?
Either 29 or 30.
Oh.
Push down and see if it goes down. I think I did 30 because 29 sounded like the engine was working too hard. So you can go down a little bit if you want.
Is it locked?
No.
It's at 30.
Yeah,
fine.
go down one.
No, it's fine. I was just curious what it was at.
Go up to 47. It's fun.
Film's like, I want to see her in action. Rob is like, nah, it's cool, D. LOL.
Here it is, Jeff
cool?
Hardy. Woo woo.
It looks like, oh no, him. Wipe that smirk off your face. Sophie's like, maybe after October 21st, we will see them merging both championships at Survivor Series.
No.
Robbie says Sasha would defo go all week dressed like that. Ha ha. Sophie says, I think 100,000. Vindicator says, I remember when Dalethea used to struggle with my name all the time, even though she still says it. Kidding, by the way. I've been terrible at sarcasm lately. Old Vindicator. Film's like, Jeff. No way, not going to. And Brandon's in the chat saying hello and a nice new furniture.
I just told him to get on and look at our new furniture.
Piccolo says, did Zelina ever fight Sasha Banks?
Zelina? I don't think so. No. Not no. Maybe like in a dark episode or something, but not on TV.
Raleigh says there's one tag team officially, Rhea and Nikki Ash, awful from WWE. Don't get me started. G is probably get a hat of women's names. Pick 2 names. They're a tag team now knowing WWE. Yes, Raleigh, that's about how they do it.
Right.
Sophie says, it seems like they are hinting towards them merging the women's championships.
I would love it. Uh-oh. I love your Hannibal mask.
I think he meant Lily.
Lily.
Sulfuric acid.
No batteries. It's Chucky. He takes it to school.
I can't. They'll get murdered.
So he kills all the bullies.
No,
If you carry a doll
you would
to
think he would
school-
like the bullies. He would be like, yeah, that's the kids we want to be with. So, Filmation says, I think the WWE Championship and the Universal Championship are fine just the way they are. Don't combine them together. Ravi says, Jeff had a couple of Jaeger bombs before he came out. He's moving quicker than usual. Piccolo says, the second hat picks if they wear singlets or not. Film says, to be honest, I like Nikki Cross better than Nikki ASH. And Brandon says, Jeff needs to leave WWE and go to AEW and come back as Willow. He hinted at coming back as Willow after he got drafted.
Yes, he's going to be somebody else.
He actually suggested, like, he kind of, like, talked about it just a little bit after they talked to him.
He'll have a different personality on SmackDown on the 22nd. So.
Mm-hmm. Vindicator says, I love the selfie Austin Theory gimmick. I hope he gets little title opportunity as quick as Damian Priest did, who I also like. Film says, not going to lie, I do like the Nikki Cross because she's from Scotland. And Piccolo says Nikki got the superhero paper. And Vindicator says, WWE taking a step backwards, promoting a womanizer like the Chuckster.
Right.
And Ravi says, LOL, the Lily doll with her Colgate 42 teeth smile, haha. You know, it's little skulls, so.
Yeah. Chucky's in love.
More like Skullgate 42 teeth smile. Chris says, Chucky watching Raw. Film says, I like 2 women's championships, don't combine them. Vindicator says, Travis, since you hate dolls, did you ever have nightmares about the Chuckster or only the Lily-looking trash heap dolls?
No. The only dolls I've ever had dreams about are my neighbors.
It's because the whole room's full of them. Sophie says, who would have thought that after they announced AEW and Impact working together, both companies dropped the ball on it?
Yeah, it didn't work out. It didn't work out.
Well, it's not really working out because they don't really work together. Like, instead of Impact being like, dude, you can't, these guys need to be over here. And if they're going to have the championships, they shouldn't be allowed to show up on AEW. Like, I would put it in a thing and be like, no, you can't go over there if you have the titles. Lose the titles, and then you can go over there and do whatever you want. Right. And you can go back and forth all you want.
I think if you're a champion, you could go back and forth because you're going to bring ratings with you if you have enough good feuds. But the Good Brothers don't have any feuds. They wrestle every blue moon.
And that's wrong. If they have those titles, why aren't they being talk about not having titles, being done anything about. Film says, I think WWE is going to give the character Willow to Jeff.
That's what it's looking like. They're hitting at something.
Film says, don't get hopeless about it. It says that this draft sucked. And Film says, if Sasha Banks still on Raw or is she on SmackDown?
SmackDown.
She's a SmackDown girl.
She got drafted like 3rd overall or something.
Film says no lies or anything, but I don't think Lily's dead. Sophie says, if you like to watch superhero shows, watch Arrow, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and Supergirl on Netflix.
I used to watch Supergirl and Flash when my daughter was younger. She liked to watch them, but then she grew up and didn't like them anymore.
Robbie says, D's snog, marry, avoid Seth, Ray, or Otis. Vindicator says, drafts are so last week's news.
Oh, right?
Yeah, we won't be talking about those until after, Crown Jewel. Alita says, I'm going to bed early, I think. Well, hopefully your ankle feels better, hon. I'm sorry your ankle's not feeling good. Film says, how do you do your thumbnails on your live stream?
I just do it on a photo editor, and I just kind of make up stuff. Do a whole bunch of different kind of levels and layers.
Somebody says, Austin Theory could possibly feud with Damian Priest. Chris says, Sasha looked terrible in a singlet on Friday. That's not a singlet, guys. A singlet is what Otis wears. That's a singlet. A singlet is what Big E wears. What he wears is a singlet. So think about what his outfit is and then put it on the girls.
Yes. It would be a lot of midsection showing.
Hello.
And good cleavage.
Those are singlets. What they wear are leotards. What those girls are wearing are what you would call a leotard. Chris says that, and Ravi says D, so what's your answers then? What's my answers to what?
You should have answers. January 29th, Royal Rumble.
Oh, snog, marry, or avoid.
Oh. Do you get a choice out of 3 of them?
Seth, Ray, or Otis. Like, who would you snog, who would you marry, and who would you avoid?
It shouldn't be that hard.
But isn't it when you're like, eh?
Oh, yeah. She's marrying that.
Well, at least I could feed him to death.
All right. Look at Austin Theory. Other level offense.
I don't know what Rey Mysterio looks like, though. Like, I've never looked at him without with a lucha mask on. So I have no idea what he looks like. Right. But I would probably avoid Seth. I seriously can't stand him.
Who's this? What's this?
So I'd probably avoid Seth, marry Ray,
right in the middle of this?
marry Otis, and snog Ray. It's the 24/7 crap. They're like, oh, you guys are so irrelevant that we're going to throw this in there.
Right in the middle of Jeff Hardy's match. That's ridiculous.
Austin Theory's like, how dare you? Is it going to make it so that Jeff wins, maybe? Oh, R-Truth's like, whoa. Do you know who I am? R-Truth's like, no.
Jeff's going to hit him with it.
He just did the splits. That's funny.
An inverted atomic drop. Drops him right down on his nards. Double leg drop. Twist of faith. Swanton. And it's over already.
Chris says
Austin Theory moving his first match back.
Okay, so leotard is different from a singlet. Always.
Swanton. Austin Theory moved.
Damn it.
He moved. Rolls him up. holding the tights! He was holding the tights! Austin Theory with the dub.
With the cheating. Cheater. Vindicator says, Dalethea, are you good at taking selfies with people behind you? I'm not. I always make someone else be the camera person. I don't really take a lot of selfies, so I guess I'm okay at it. Film says, I like Sasha Banks' armpits. Hopefully I can get a chance to see them on Friday. Sweet, man. Chris is like, BTS,
She'll be on tonight,
what
isn't
the
she?
fuck,
Isn't
LOL.
she wrestling Charlotte tonight, or is that next week? She's wrestling Charlotte.
Yeah, she's wrestling Charlotte tonight.
Yeah.
It's Belair and...
It's just one-on-one.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was...
Triple threat? That's
Well,
it.
what's
Crown
the
Jewel.
two-on-two one? When's that
Oh,
one
it is
happening?
that. Okay, that is tonight. Never mind.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what the fuck?
They're tagging up Sasha and Belair. That's just weird. They don't even get along.
Right? Boom says that. Piccolo says, yeah, Alita, take it easy. Have some wine. Take a load off. Vindicator says, bad question for Dalethea. She hates everybody except Humberto and Hangman. Sophie says, I haven't been on a Raw or SmackDown or pay-per-view since early 2015. Films like, stop with the singlets. Bruh, it won't work on a woman. Alita says, I'm hurting everywhere. Don't know why. Has it cooled down, Alita? Is like your weather a little bit different? Do you have like a big storm coming in?
They do. They have a storm ripping up the coast.
Piccola says, haha, of course they would ruin the match with 24/7 garbage. Chris says, Theory will win 24/6. Vindicator says, Travis, Jeff was wearing pants, the same kind that I wear, LOL.
A little cargo pant type pant.
The old 90s pants. Film says, the Macho Man Randy Savage is a cool wrestler.
Yes.
Ravi says, LO, cheater
was.
is what you would do, D. Oh, really? Nice. Sophie says, Daniel Garcia was on 205 Live at some point before he went to AEW.
I did not know that.
And Film says, oh, Austin Theory on TV, never mind then. Sophie says, Austin Theory is doing the old Tyler Breeze gimmick with the selfie. And Chris says, there's Sasha in a leotard, LOL. Yeah, a leotard. Those are leotards, guys, not singlets.
Belair saying that she's different than Charlotte.
Did you see if this worked?
I did. I put my phone up for like 2 seconds. That's it. Is it working?
Uh-huh. Nice. Robbie says, is EST got fake hair? Haha. Yeah, most of the time
yes.
those things are just like extensions that they can like braid in or
But she's still got hair. They just braid it
attach or
into
something.
her ponytail.
I just don't know how long her natural hair is. Vindicator says Belair lipstick game finally on point tonight, matching up nicely with that beautiful ring gear.
Right? She cut the lips out of her chest and put them on her face.
So the problem with her or anybody
It's
like
gender
that,
time!
wearing that kind of colored
Hey, look, it's a gender
lipstick,
reveal party.
The problem with it is when she smiles, it makes it look like she is not getting enough oxygen to her body because it makes her gums look bluish. It's like, are you okay, honey? Are
The
you sick?
modern day Maharaja.
But Alita is loving Bianca's lipstick also. And Sophie says, I think Impact is the only promotion that still don't have fans in the arena. And Film says, it's what I like, Chris. Judge me. Sophie says,
Going one-on-one
what is
against
with
Kofi.
this singlet talk? Oh, did you finally notice, Sophie? It came up earlier.
It's only been on the whole show.
We've only been talking about it the whole damn chat. Robbie says the gender crew just came out of catering. Haha, now time for a bit of work.
Hey, that one guy looks excellent. He looks like he could be a world champion. The big guy that's with him.
Uh-huh.
What's his name? Veer?
Veer?
Is it Veer? Or is it Shinky?
Veer is the big,
Yeah.
tall guy.
No, it's Shinky then.
Shanky is the guy with the armband things.
Yeah, the stud. The barbarian.
He's shorter, but he's just heftier looking. Chris wants to know Travis' fave theme.
Jinder Mahal.
Travis' fave theme. Maybe he meant your fave theme. And Film says, because people like to talk about singlets. And Sonoma Hall is in the chat saying, I am the modern day Maharaja. Angry
The
face.
modern day Maharaja. My favorite wrestler in WWE.
Right?
They need to give him another title shot.
Do they?
Oh, yeah. It worked. AJ Styles beat him on TV, though. Like on a SmackDown episode. It was pretty irritating.
Chris is like modern day a-hole.
That, too.
He needs to be an asshole. Somebody needs to. Come on, guys. Can't have everybody be all nice and sparkles and fucking rainbows over here. Gotta have
Pancake
somebody
Power.
be assholes about shit.
Power of Positivity. Coming out next. That's who he's wrestling. Pancake Power. Does he bring pancakes anymore?
No, they do not throw pancakes.
They probably don't because of the vid.
Because of the fake stuff happening.
The vid.
Bobby says, D going to Target on the weekend to buy some singlets. I don't have a Target in my town, so probably not going to happen. Philip says, I wished a happy birthday to Rhea Ripley on WWE Community tab. Good deal, man.
Yeah.
So he says, Tyler Breeze, Finn Balor, Cesaro. Who would you like to marry, avoid, and not date?
Wouldn't avoid and not date be about the same?
Who would you like to marry, avoid, and not date? Do you mean have sex with? Snog? Because that's what it is. It's fuck, right? The marry, avoid, fuck, whatever. Call it.
Bone.
Tyler Breeze, Finn Balor, Cesaro.
Finn Balor. Tyler Breeze.
I would avoid Finn Balor.
What?
I would marry... No, I would probably snog Cesaro. Marry Tyler Breeze, I guess. So I
Just
could
so
go
you could say
around and
his
be
name.
like, Breeze! You're like Drew Breeze!
Delete the Breeze.
Chris says, if New Day were in the Funhouse, that would have been too much positivity. Then Akira's like, LL Dalethea is all caught up. She finally outread the speed of the chat stream, putting in that work. Yeah, I finally got caught up, so I'm not behind.
Putting in work.
It says, D sent Rhea a card for her B-Day. I did? Cool, Robbie. Thanks for doing that for me. Film says Jinder Mahal is back, and Piccolo says, hi, I'm here for the recipes, movie references, and, of course, singlet talk. Right? I was admiring my guns. Lita says, Sammy. Sophie says, you should watch that Netflix movie, Escape the Undertaker. It was interesting and an enjoyable movie. Piccolo says, wow, snogging just sounds so much worse. LOL. Film says, no way, hold up. I meant to say, don't judge me. You know what I meant to say. Sophie's like, I hate being in pictures. And Film's like, not the other way around. And Sophie says, Finn Balor, Drew Brees, and Cesaro, marry, avoid, and snog. I answered it, so we're good. Robbie says, D. Finn would keep knocking into you with his big chin, and Swiss Tony would spin you around like a record. Yeah, but he'd be a lot more fun, wouldn't he? And I actually don't mind the Cesaro's looks. I like Cesaro, actually. He's one of the few wrestlers I actually like. Chris says, LOL, I wonder the actual percentage of wrestlers that are going out with each other. LOL, everyone is snogging each other.
Everybody.
Snogging.
I heard that Becky and Seth snogged.
They
Or
snogged.
snogged or whatever
Yeah,
the word
they
is.
did. They may even made a baby with it. Film's like, I want to see Cesaro. Me too, I like Cesaro. Nice.
Ooh.
You realize, though, you guys, that if he wins, you guys have to, like, go up against each other, right? You guys remember that, right?
They know what's happening.
They're like, well, we just lay down in the ring. One of us would win. Film's like, hashtag push Cesaro's WWE champion. That's probably not going to happen.
It should have. I thought it was really going to be the future.
I thought it was too.
About
or
7 years
some kind
ago.
of a champion.
7 years ago, I thought he was going to be the future.
He should have been at some point. Film says, what, Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch done that together? Yeah.
Yeah, Charlotte
They
might
made
even actually
babies
do it with
it.
Andrade. Ford and Bianca Belair. It's just all rumors, but
So he's like, it will be interesting if they do a Kofi versus Woods semifinal match. And Film says, what?
Jinder's lost a lot of his upper mass, hasn't he?
Yeah. He doesn't look as big as he used to.
Start lifting again, buddy. He's still lean.
Right?
Maybe hit 40 and he needs to take that what's that medicine that the big herd always offers?
Oh, I know what you're talking
Like
about.
Proactive, but for your dick.
Yeah.
Or Proactive's for your skin.
Chris says Travis looks like he's getting some bomb as a head with his arms leaning back. LOL.
Who gets BJs like that? Like, oh.
I'm pretty sure guys in movies do. Film says, no way. I hope she doesn't do it with Andrade. No way, Jose. Not going to happen. They're dating, Film. They're like together. Like for real together. Robbie says Travis Snog, Maria Void, Ember Moon, Gigi Dolan, or Nia Jax. Who's Gigi?
I don't know who Gigi is. But not a fan of your pick so far. I need to figure out who Gigi is.
Had to play along, jeez. Sophie's like, people say gender title reign killed SmackDown. Alita says, good night, everyone. Good night, Alita. I hope your ankle feels better, hun. Get some rest. Put it up. Vindicator says, it would be tough for me to imagine ever seeing Dalethea and Travis go on a double date with Dr. Overrated DMP Britt Baker and however her sugar daddy is and not get annoyed in under 10 seconds. I would be staring at fuckface Adam Cole's face the whole time like, how does your face stay on
Who
you?
is Gigi Dolan?
Your face is so
I can't
tiny,
answer
it's
my
weird.
question. I would probably avoid Ember Moon, marry Nia Jax, but I don't know what Gigi Dolan is, so I can't. Because Nia is very pretty. I'd be fine with Nia.
Robbie says Gigi Dolan is the ginger girl in Mandy's faction, and Luke said the same thing. Gigi is the redhead in Mandy Rose's group.
Oh, yeah, and then I'd definitely do her. So, yeah, that works.
There you go. He likes them redheads.
It's not red,
And I
by
am
the
not
way.
red.
It is not red. It's that color of the handle.
It's orange.
Yeah.
It's orange hair.
But yeah, I'd definitely marry Nia Jax. I'd be in the family. I'd be part of the bloodline.
Right. Pickle's like, take care, Alita. Film says, is it almost the end of Raw yet? Not quite.
I think we're
quite a
about
ways to
halfway.
go. Chris says, Gigi is Priscilla Kelly.
Oh, that's
Vindicator
right.
says, night, Alita. Film says, I want to see Ripley and ASH wrestle. Sophie says, is there any future movie you can't wait to see in the movie theaters?
There's one coming out next spring that has The Rock and the little short funny guy, Kevin Hart, and a few other guys. Maybe the guy from The Office is in it. It looks pretty good. It's like a superhero, the main guy on The Office.
Michael?
Not the main guy, but the
Oh, Jim.
Jim.
The guy who plays Jim.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name now. It's like Sadakis or something like that. It's a
But
weird
anyways, they have a movie coming out this spring. I think it's in March or something. It looks pretty good. But other than that,
cartoon, though, right?
Yeah. But other than that, I have no idea what's even on tap to come out. I should probably watch every once in a while on YouTube. They'll have like movies coming out in the future, and I'll watch that. It's like 20 minutes long, and I'm like, oh.
And then
I think
we
there's a
forget
Top
about
Gun. There's a Top Gun coming out.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. What else is coming out that they're doing? Do you know any?
I haven't been really paying attention.
I want to see the Super Bowl. I know it's not really a movie, but
It's kind of like a movie anymore. It's all fake. And
Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant fight coming up on November 6th. I won't be able to watch because of the UFC. That's frustrating.
Film says, I know that they're dating. I know that. Andrade and Charlotte.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they touch each other. They're bumping uglies.
Yes, I'm pretty sure they are. Sophie says, wasn't Gigi married to Darby?
Oh,
Priscilla
fuck.
Kelly? I don't know if she
They
was.
look like each other, so I could see it.
Chris says also Gigi theme is dope as fuck. Film says I know that they're boyfriend and girlfriend. Charlotte and Andrade.
Right.
Sophie says, I bet we will get more surprising call-ups after Survivor Series. And Desmond is in the chat. Hey Desmond
Des.
says, yo, what up? Film
I
says,
was talking about who we could snog.
Film says, I want to see.
I'm sure
Film
that's
says, I
what
want
you
to
care
see
about.
Gigi and Darby both being a tag team together.
Right. So, well, she probably towers over him and outweighs him by 30 pounds.
Film says Gigi is so, even though she's on NXT, but if they don't do her correctly, she can probably end up going to AEW. Sophie says the New Day did have a mini feud with the Wyatt family like 5 years ago. And Film says, dude, I love Top Gun. Luke
Talk to
says
me, Goose.
Venom 2 just came out. The Matrix Resurrection comes out December 21st. And
I've
it looks actually good.
I've
And
never
all
seen any of the
March movies.
Matrix movies. I started to watch the very first one, and he goes out on the side of the building, and
That was the end.
I went, no. That's as far as I got. Then I went across the street, went to the bar. Because the green tea was across the street from the movie theater.
Oh, yeah, yep.
So I just went and drank.
Like, this is dumb. I'm gonna go spend my money better.
That's like when I was like 20.
D-Stars in the chat. Hey, D-Star says, Raw's awful today. And Film says, but making a
Kofi
sequel
just hurt himself, guys. And I don't know if he's really hurt, but it looked pretty brutal. Oh, no, the ref's going to let it go.
on Top Gun won't be good, but I love Top Gun with Tom Cruise. Okay, so it has Tom Cruise in it. The Top Gun
Oh, yeah. It's
has Tom Cruise, so I think you'll be fine.
Goose is going to make a comeback. He's going to be in this one, too. As a ghost. No, I'm just teasing. Look at that. See how he did that?
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to hit his head like that.
Oops. Robbie says, watch both one on your laptop. Watch both one on your laptop, he says.
Yeah, they're $70 a piece.
Yeah, it's a lot of money to pay.
I'm not, poor or anything, but still, it's like I don't want to pay
Whatever, help me, I'm poor.
I don't want to pay $140 to watch watch a fight because I won't be able to watch it all the way, especially if Rose, whatever her name is, Thug Rose, and the Chinese girl are fighting. Mm-hmm.
I can't remember her name.
Mao Ying or something.
Yeah, it's like Jin Wen.
Yeah.
Jing Wang.
But anyways, those two are fantastic. And then we've got the main event, so Oliveira or Oliveira, whatever his name is. So I'm kind of looking forward to that UFC also, but I'd rather watch the boxing. But I have people come over for all the UFC fights, and so I can't just dog them, especially on the #1 UFC fight of the year. And Danny loves Thug Rose.
Yes. Chris says also Spider-Man in December. Sophie says, I
How
can't
can
wait
they possibly
for...
do another Spider-Man?
I don't know.
It's already been done.
Do 500 of them. Sophie says, I can't wait for Eternals on November 5th and Spider-Man No Way Home on December 17th and all the Marvel movies. Film says, no, I wasn't talking about Charlotte Andrade. I already know that. I was talking about Gigi and Darby as boyfriend. Oh, are they together?
Kofi.
That's weird. Priscilla Kelly and
Almost
Darby
had him
are
right
together.
there.
That's weird.
So Woods is out there. So is Woods going to get involved in this?
Chris says, I like that song that's in Top Gun. It's that old school song that goes like, take my breath away.
Take my breath away.
The love scene.
That
Sophie says,
soundtrack is top notch.
Sophie says with Cesaro, they keep going back and forth on pushing him like they push him. Then they don't push him. And then they push him or put him in a tag team.
Kenny Loggins or whatever.
Yeah.
Danger Zone. Woods getting involved. This guy's going to tear him apart.
Chris says Mei Ling LOL. Ravi says
Look behind him.
Find a stream on Twitter. And it will not cost you.
No, Kofi got out of it. Trouble in Paradise. Here it is.
I'm sure that he'll probably try to look at some highlights of it or something on something.
Jinder turns it around. That's it. He just won it. Jinder
better
Mahal.
have.
1, 2, 3 or 100.
Yes!
Woo!
Yes! Finally, something that's supposed to happen happened. Jump up. Get excited.
I did.
Raise the roof.
I was saying woo.
Raise the roof.
Say woo.
On a bitch. Oh, wait. No. That's the wrong thing. Wrong thing. We're not supposed to talk about that guy anymore.
Don't
He
talk about the
twirls
devil and he will appear.
twirls his penis at people. Twirls his penis.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Aaron. The devil will appear.
Oh, no.
'Cause that's all he said always. Going woo on a bitch.
It's from that.
Oh no,
Song.
trust me. Well, I know that song, and then that song's going to be more popular now than ever. If you're going woo on a bitch,
Right.
and you're whipping your helicopter, your dick around.
Helicopter and your dick around to people.
Look at this. The bracket. We're down to 4. Jinder Mahal, Xavier Woods, Sami Zayn, and Finn Balor
Balor.
over there. Smacked it. Look at him sitting in this throne. That's what it should look like right there.
Chris says Mahal Bebe. Ravi says fruit roll up, and Pickle says they had this movie reaction, and the girl was like, "How could Tom Cruise play volleyball in those jeans?" LOL.
That's true. Look at her looking pith. Oh, Becky. Someone that likes to talk about law.
And the man comes around. She needs to change her fucking song.
When the man comes around. This man taking names.
Sophie says, is the King of the Ring going to somehow, some way set up a New Day split and feud?
Nope, it's over.
They can't now. They can't because Xavier Woods won and Kofi lost. So they aren't going to have them feud. The only way they could have done that is if they both won and they put them against each other. Sasha runs home and cries.
Well, bring on the cheers.
Here's like so much for raw meat being on an hour and a half tonight, but I wouldn't have minded to trim off some of the fat like these last 2 matches.
It's boss time.
Film says Rhea Ripley is tall and hot. I can seriously attractive hot.
They're putting this tag team match right now.
I guess. It looks like it.
They're main eventing it for the second hour.
Vindicator was like, and we're done.
Well, they're main eventing it for the second hour.
Yeah. I don't
That's
know.
funny.
That
So the
is-
third hour is going to just be open.
I guess.
It'd make a lot of sense to do that.
I don't have no idea.
That's when they lose all their views anyways.
I think they should just have this match and cut off it and just quit for the night. Let's
Sasha
see.
Banks
Chris
looks
says, "Hello,
fabulous.
Travis. Would you snog Shotzi, Blackheart, Becky Lynch, or Bailey?"
Ooh, fuck. That's a tough one. And I just can only, just one.
That's it. Would you snog Shotzi, Becky, or Bailey? That's all you get.
Becky's the prettiest, but I think Bailey has the funnest parts, but Sasha might too.
You mean Blackheart, Shotzi?
Yeah, Shotzi. That's what I meant, Shotzi. They both have fun parts.
It's hard. He's looking at Sasha right now, and Shotzi's name sounds a lot like it. He's not really good with names.
Yeah, that would be tough. Probably Bailey. I think she has more fun toys.
Robbie says,
a
who
little bit-
writes this crap for Becky?
She's a little bit fuller and,
Squishier.
yeah.
Film says, I hope Ripley
It's all
isn't...
about the base. About the base.
Film's like, I hope Ripley isn't an atheist in real life. Film says, I'll still respect Rhea as a wrestler, but as an atheist, no. Vindicator says, why is the man wearing a straight jacket? Is she trying to make the hairy mountain man on AEW jealous, I suppose? Maybe. Or maybe she decided it was a good look. Bobby says that Becky should change her theme tune to how many miles must a man have to walk? Ha ha ha. Film says, you can say that again. Sasha Banks is fabulous. Ravi says, Sasha turning herself on in her entrance. And Vindicator says, of course I can't watch this match because reasons. I'll see you in about 33 minutes, give or take 2 commercial breaks.
33 minutes.
Sophie says, I didn't know about The Rock, Kevin Hart's new movie. It's a cartoon.
It's a dog cartoon.
It's like superheroes cartoon where they all like they're animals or superheroes or something, and they are just playing the voices, so they're just doing voice acting. Chris says, "LOL, the fun parts." Robbie's like Bailey for me, haha.
Right? Now Shotzi's got the parts too, but that's a tough one. I just think Bailey's got better parts.
Shotzi might be a little too much of a freak.
I don't mind that. I'm just saying that.
They're horror liking horror, and she might have dolls in her
Oh, okay.
in her space.
But it's crazy because Becky's in there. Like if this was a marrying one, but it's not. This is doing.
Film says, not going to lie, Bailey looks like an attractive Karen, like not yelling by saying, can I speak to a manager? Can I speak to you about you? She likes you.
Yeah.
Robbie's like, Bailey defo has fun parts. Shotzi is not bad, but too tall for me.
Oh, I didn't even realize she was tall. I just, like I said, I was just going by parts.
She's
if
not
you're gonna just
that tall.
So Yellow obviously got eaten.
He did look, his brain's missing. Like he got bit like right here on his head. They show it in the back.
Mm-hmm.
He has like part of his brain's missing. Joe DeBest is in the chat. Hey Joe,
Hey,
says
Joe.
hey family. Hey Joe.
Good to see you in
How's
here,
it
boss.
going, man? How are you doing?
Love to see you stopping in. What's up?
Sophie says, do boxing pay-per-views cost more than WWE pay-per-views? Sometimes.
A lot more, yes.
It depends, but yeah.
They're usually 50 plus.
Yeah.
Where WWE pay-per-views are
Mostly 50
about-
except for like
No,
one or two.
That's AEW. WWE's are a little bit cheaper. At least they used to be.
Oh.
I don't know how much they are now, but they were 35.
Oh, were they?
But I don't look at them anymore, so I have no idea how much they cost. They could be 50. But your big boxing, like the Fury fight that we just watched on Saturday, that was 80. That was $79.99. And the UFC is $74.99, I believe, right? Or is it $69.99? I think it's $69.99.
It's 69, depending. Pickle is like, hiya, Joe Wrestling. And Sophie says, why is Joe in here? Is he also live? And Chris says, Joe, bro.
Joe's fantastic. I'm glad that he's
Joe
made
is
a stop in.
fantastic. He did
I try to
stop
do
in
it on his channel every once in a
to
while when
say
we're live.
hello. Hello.
They probably said, hey, go check out their background.
Oh, hello. John Cena headlines All-Star cast competing for Kim Kardashian West's Heart.
Kim
On
Kardashian's
SNL.
going to be on one of... Oh,
No,
Saturday Night Live.
it's
Never mind.
Saturday Night Live thing. That's pretty funny.
Look at Blake Griffin. He's huge.
He's back there.
He's so
He
big.
was married to her. I'm pretty sure that's
No. That was Chris something else. Chris something.
Oh.
No, Blake Griffin was not with her.
Oh, it was Humphreys.
Yeah, Chris Humphries.
That was his name. Films like, I didn't start getting really into Bailey until she changed her hair. Sophie says, do you see them reuniting the bar since both Sheamus and Cesaro are both on the same brand?
I mean, they could if they want to put Cesaro down there. Not that the bar was bad. It's just Cesaro likes being... Or not Cesaro, but Sheamus likes to be a singles competitor and wrestle for titles. And since Nakamura's not doing anything with that title, there's a vacant title.
Basically. Robbie says Kim K would be better with a bag on her head. Film says, that's why I'm starting having a little crush on Bailey. Cool, man.
Yeah, they're going to have to try to make this work. And I think Charlotte and Becky just can. They can make it work. Right?
Yeah.
They'll be able to make it work.
Robbie says Sasha looking like she's about to barf seeing the EST. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Yeah, that's it. Let's throw that crap out there. That sounds like
All right,
that sounds like a good thing to say.
Let's class this joint up. Here comes Charlotte. She's going to be wearing her robe. I feel like I should stand up during this match.
Stand up. Me.
Push 2, I programmed everything.
What'd you program H1 at?
It's where it's at.
What's H2?
To where we're standing.
What's H3?
I didn't. It's too high. But I mean, you could do an in-between one. But look at Charlotte with the class.
Robbie's like, Sasha, not impressed with any other woman in this match. Ha ha. And Film says, does Charlotte show up on Raw? Yeah.
Charlotte is the Raw champion. So, yeah, she's going to be
show up on Raw.
She's going to show up
She's
there.
the motherfucking women's champion over there, so it makes sense she would show up on her own thing. I mean, you know, weird. Chris says that Banks and Bella are acting like Mansoor and Ali. Well, they don't really like each other. It makes a lot of sense.
What you could do is put like a cover. So when it lifts, it's not opened.
Oh. Like a sheet?
Got one right there. I got a green one and a white one that came with it. It was a kit for green screen. Because not really a sheet.
Right. Sophie says at one point there was rumors of SmackDown going 3 hours. I don't know how that could be possible.
It's not happening.
Chris says Banks and Belair are acting like Mansoor and Ali. A film says yes, yes, yes. Love you, Charlotte. Film also says yes. And Chris says, Travis, would you snog Char?
Yeah, why not?
Robbie says EST needs the backstabber for just standing there. Sophie says
the whole time I'd be talking about her dad, so I don't know how fun it would be, but
Sophie says they didn't say.
that's the weirdest emoji / floaty.
Right? They're like,
thing
we
I've
want
ever
you to have your head as your thing.
We want your
sure.
hand in it. There she is in all white.
Kind of back wearing her outfits she used to wear before she had a baby.
Right.
Sophie says they didn't say what they are going to do with the Raw Women's Championship after October 21st.
I'm sure they'll just switch it, her and Becky.
That's what they always do. Film says yes. He's very excited about all this that's happening. Lots of women's armpits, I guess. Sophie says they were making Kyle O'Reilly their version of Orange. Yeah, they shouldn't. It's just ridiculously dumb.
Maybe what they should have done when they were designing these belts was not make them colorful and just color the straps like the men do. And then when you switch the straps, so all they would have to do is change the strap and the belt could stay the same. Mm-hmm. Instead, they made them white straps with colored plates.
True. True. They did it. They did that. How dare they?
It's been done.
It's been done and they did it. It happened.
I think they should have put Sasha with Charlotte. It would have made more sense.
And then made Becky have to be with Bianca.
Uh-huh.
Oh, this is just ridiculous. Feels like loving some Charlotte Flair armpits. Nice.
These two can't even figure out who's going to start the fucking match. Just backstab her.
Pull her hair.
Becky doesn't even care. Notice Charlotte though. Charlotte ain't
like-
giving a fuck.
She's like, I'm just gonna leave now. She's like,
Oh,
she
Charlotte
didn't
falls
quite
to the
get out.
outside. But she didn't even fall. She just jumped down.
Kinda.
Charlotte just jumped in the middle of it finally.
Oh my goodness.
So obviously this is going to get restarted later maybe.
I
Since they can't even get it started. Or maybe a tornado tag team match. Here comes the officials.
They're all like, we don't know what to do.
Why is Charlotte, they can't do that. Like I keep hearing people in our chat saying they're hinting at it. They're hinting at it. Are they? Are they hinting at maybe unifying the women's championship? Because Charlotte's the only one not in that triple threat. And it looks like they're just going to put her in there. Like every week they keep putting her in with the three of them.
Right. Well, it makes sense, right? Because Sasha is on SmackDown where Charlotte's going.
Bexploder.
And Becky and Bianca will be on the same brand.
Right. Oh, Charlotte has kicked Becky.
That's funny.
So is this tag team match ever even going to happen? Charlotte's like, fuck it. I'm alone at the top.
I did it.
It's cold on top of that mountain when you're by
Clear
yourself.
the ring. She's
Lonely
like-
up there.
she's
Look
like,
at this.
"This
She's
is
going up top.
Don't do it, Charlotte. Don't do it.
Here we go.
Oh, she got punched.
Sasha throwing it off. We all want to
Rude.
see it, Sasha, just because you don't.
Film's loving it and giving the thumbs up. And Ravi says, D, this match gonna be good. Yeah.
This match ain't even happening.
Not even happening.
Now Sasha's heading up to the top.
Would it even be good? I
And
don't think
Bianca's
so.
taking her out.
Film's like, I know they're breaking up the fight. Boo. Let them fight. They are fighting still. They didn't break up crap. And Sasha just got thrown at both of the champions.
Look at this. He's like
Adam
trying to
Pearce
hold
was like,
Bianca
I
back.
got you. It's like, dude, get off me. Or
Whatever.
that's not Adam Pearce. That's some other dude.
No, it's some dude. I've never seen before.
Ridiculous.
Obviously a former wrestler, just like this guy.
which is hilarious because he grabbed her, right, and manhandled her. So the guy in the black suit with the blue shirt hasn't touched any of them. He's just like...
They're fighting each other. Nobody's even listening. It's like, Sonya, why are you talking? They might as well make it a fatal 4-way.
Oh, my goodness.
They are going to get back into the ring.
Should have made it a 4-way. Yeah. Film says, I love this live stream. I will definitely show up for the Wednesday one, if not definitely the Friday one. We won't be here Wednesday.
There will be one Wednesday because AEW got moved to Saturday this week.
Yeah, but we'll definitely be here for SmackDown on Friday, bud. Robbie says Adam and Sonya should have just made it a 4-way. True. Did they? Did they finally make it a 4-way?
They made it a tag team. Get your asses back in there.
They just kept it the same?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just dumb. Are we on yet?
Oh.
Hello.
I love that this commercial makes sense. Because if you watched it 2 years ago, it wouldn't have made any sense. Like, why would he be doing a Zoom call, you know?
If you, and your question would be, what's Zoom?
I don't know if I do Zoom yet or not.
2 years ago?
No. Well, I know I started getting into it because we wanted to do the stuff with Joe. So I started thinking about it, but that was less than 2 years ago.
2 years would have been 2019, like beginning of it. There's no way. You would have been like, huh? What's that? Foam says, okay, cool, never mind. They're still fighting. Let's go. And Robbie says Adam is our crap manager. He can only do so much, sir. Mocha Crunch Blast, gross.
Yes, I do.
You say espresso? Espresso? How do you say it?
Espresso.
Espresso?
Yes. Espresso.
Espresso. Espresso.
I think we need lights behind us that go up.
Yeah.
Because it kind of looks dark back there. Either that or above.
Something, yeah. Film says, I love Wrestling Gab at the live stream. Sweet, man, thanks.
Yeah,
Robbie says what
it.
he can
Are you thumbs up in this?
F off, haha.
Ooh, what movies are we going to watch this year? We should watch a couple. What was the one I wanted to watch the other day? Oh, I recorded some. Texas Chainsaw, and there was a couple other ones.
Oh, Halloween movies, you mean? Like for
It's October,
scary
we should watch them.
movies?
Oh, Bram Stoker's show, Dracula. I just finished that today, that book.
The book? You want to watch the movie? Mm-hmm. Robbie says the Gab is decent, even though D likes to mock me.
It's aight.
But you still come back. So you must like it. You must like the attention because you still come back. If you didn't like it, you would have just left and never came back.
The very next day. It's kind of chilly in here.
I got a little cold.
I just felt it. Do you want that on your legs?
Maybe. I'm like, my feet are kind of getting a little chilly. I should have worn my flippers. It got cold outside, I bet.
Yeah, it's supposed to get freeze. Thursday night's supposed to be 21.
Did you make sure and bring in that, it was that adhesive for that carpet adhesive or whatever?
I did not.
Oh.
I can grab it, though.
Yeah, it needs to come in.
I need to get that box out of the rain.
I don't
so
think
I don't
it can
have
be.
just 6 mil plastic floating around the yard.
I was like, do you like the attention? Not me. Do I?
All right, here we go, guys. Notice who's starting the match out.
If I didn't have to read the chat, I could just watch TV and make comments.
You should watch it anyway.
I was like, come on, Adam, pull yourself together.
Charlotte in there with Sasha. Notice Sasha did get to start the match. That's what started all that in the first place. Bianca still got second fiddle.
True that.
On her own team. One. Flair kip up. Hurricane Rana or Frankensteiner. Whatever you want to call that one. Picks her up. Sorry, Charlotte rolls through.
Ouch.
There, she's not kicking out of that. Oh, yep.
Ouch.
It's like Sasha let her go.
So Charlotte isn't booked for Crown Jewel yet.
No, they're probably not going to have a lot of female matches on there, guys.
Yeah. I can only imagine that they're only going to have the one.
They're not going to do an all-women's pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia. They don't even let women drive.
They're gonna do the 3 girls, and I think that's it. I don't think that they're gonna do any more.
There's one more.
Oh, is there?
The culmination of the Queen of the Ring.
Oh, okay.
Will be at Saudi Arabia. So there is 2 female matches already, which is unprecedented.
Yeah, and that's kind of pushing it. They kind of do one extra thing each time. So. Oh, butt.
Oh, that hurt her butt.
Robbie says Sonya just hating that she couldn't kick it like Sasha. Just hating that she couldn't kick it like Sasha, right? So he says they did break up the bar with no explanation, as well as the team of Cesaro and Nakamura.
Yep. Yeah, let them go solo for a while, but bring them back together. And like as you said, Nakamura is not using that title that he's got, so why not put it on somebody like Sheamus? That's how I look at it. And you can have Sheamus go one-on-one with Roman, and that would be fantastic.
Is he on SmackDown?
She just smacked Belair to get her in the ring. That was awesome. Oh, shit. Sasha let her go.
That's funny. Pico says, yeah, when it comes to Crown Royal, not a typo, I probably will watch highlights.
It's on in the middle of the day. You can watch it with us.
Film says that match was awesome. Ravi says Jeff Hardy should avoid the bar.
Ravi's actually going to be like awake in normal time.
He'll be like, oh, except for he might be working.
Yeah, it might be right in the times that he's actually busy.
Mm-hmm. Film says, oh, Charlotte. Yeah, she's over there. There she is.
She's glowing.
She's just over there smiling.
A radiant beauty.
Giving the touchdown arms.
Sasha just tagged herself in.
Beller's
threw her ass out head first.
Beller's like, come smack my butt. And Sasha's like, oh, I'll smack it. So she smacked it and then threw her out of the ring in a nice gesture.
Tagged herself in.
She's like, I'll tag
she was
myself
going for that
in
bank
and
statement.
that.
Missed it. Becky going to do her back and then disarm her.
Whack.
Charlotte's tagging.
Immensely on top of her head.
Repeated tags.
She bopped her on the head.
Look, she got some fans in the front. They're all cheering. She's pointing at him.
Robbie's like, this match is actually good.
Yeah, it's not bad
Are
at
you
all.
going to cry?
Oh,
Show me how it's done.
backstabber.
Tom says, don't
Becky,
forget
you need
her
to get out of the
amazing
ring.
feminine armpits, right? I'll try to forget
Don't
about
ever
them.
forget about those.
Robbie's like, I might be at work. Why have it on a Thursday?
Right in the middle of the day for us, like in the morning day. For you, it's going to be like...
Yeah. I have to
5
take off
o'clock.
work to do it, which is stupid.
It's like 5 o'clock at night for the Englanders.
Mm-hmm. Bigfoot Scroungers in the chat.
Oh, shit. Hey, Bigfoot.
Hello. How's it going?
What's happening? The referee finally given a double disqualification.
Double
Bex Floater.
disqualification. Jesus. All right. Well, that match is over, basically. Double disqualification
I
happened.
think they should come back out and restart it again.
Right? Phil's like, let's go, Charlotte.
Uh-oh, here
I think
she goes.
Charlotte left.
She's going to pick her up. Yeah, Charlotte, we have no idea where she's at. Looking for the kiss of death. Backstabber.
Oh.
Becky. Oh, I thought she was going to hit her with that stunner.
Bigfoot says it's bloody cold here in Gateshead. Yeah?
Yeah,
It's
I'm
cold
sure
here,
it's cold
too.
where we're at.
It's getting pretty chilly.
Shit, the high today was 36.
That's degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, that's Fahrenheit, sorry.
Just so you know.
That's about 1. Celsius.
Robbie
Maybe
says,
2.
EST, haha, backstabber. Film says, let's go, Charlotte. And Bigfoot says, for me, anyway.
Right.
It's cold for you. It's a little chilly.
Becky finally standing up at the end of these 3 fighting. Charlotte's on the outside. She has nothing to do with this feud. This 3-way that they're going to be having at
Right?
Crown Jewel
In
a
couple
week
weeks.
from this Thursday. It's a week from this Thursday.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Wow.
So, yeah, a week and a half. The 21st.
Damn.
Then the new year starts for
Oh, they're
WWE.
going to show what happened earlier tonight because they have to have this match.
Monday Night Recaps. Oh, yeah.
Film says, don't give up, referee. You got to do your job. He gave up. He disqualified everybody.
Gave up.
Everybody's done. They're disqualified. They've been denied. They've been done. Bigfoot says, Sasha Banks is beautiful.
Isn't she, though? I think every woman in that match was good looking.
That really wasn't what I wanted to do, but alright. I was like, D, your boy Drew with his He-Man sword and Ish-E. Yeah, right? Ooh, how exciting for us all. Mom's like, I love you, Charlotte. Still love you.
Old Charlotte.
Oh, Char. And the Char.
Usos versus Big E and Drew. Now, hypothetically, the Usos should have no problem in this match.
Sure. They are
They're
an actual
all the
tag team.
And tag teams usually beat two singles competitors.
Yes. Although Big E has been in a tag team for quite a while.
Yeah, but that don't matter. Not with Drew.
Bigfoot's like, no more Roman? Oh, no. He's just on SmackDown.
He's
is
talking
Raw.
to him on the phone right now, so...
They talk weird.
The one... Well, yeah, because they talk prison.
That's
the penitentiary. Weird. They have to talk penitentiary.
Mm. Oh, it's the last
Queen's
Crown.
Drop.
The Queen's Crown last women's match.
Dewdrop coming down to the ring first.
How says, do you when you're getting the Uso cap? Never. Bigfoot says Charlotte looks like a man.
Yeah,
Phil Mission's like, boo on the referee, boo.
She used to have those big boobs and she got them removed, so she's a little bit more boyish too, but she's a little thin and she's got a pretty face, but I feel bad for her. Nothing you can do about it. You can't get hips put in. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about not having no hips.
Robbie says Dumpling skipping down the ramp is a sight for sore eyes. A sight for sore eyes. You love that, don't you? You know that's what that saying means, right? A sight for sore eyes means that
it's good.
It's good. You love it. You want to see it. Bigfoot says she is a big lassie.
All right. She's a big old lass.
She is a
Becky's a lass kicker. Maybe there's going to be a feud there.
She is a little bit fluffy, yes. Picola says, we doing the mission oos. You bet, dog. Big dog oos, yeah.
At the Uso Penitentiary.
You know how we were talking about singlets earlier, guys.
Get the Usos in some singlets.
Put some dewdrop in a singlet and see how that works out for you. Robbie's like, I'm being sarcastic, Dee. No. Are you? Are you being facetious? No,
it's going to be weird not having a show Wednesday.
Oh my God, it's going to be
by
nice.
the time Friday comes, I'm going to not know how to hook anything up. I'm going to be like, what button do I push to go live?
Okay, guys, be nice. I get it. She's a little bit of a larger lady, but come on.
We're going back and forth.
Bigfoot's like, I mean, fat. Robbie's like, Big Bertha. Jeez, you guys.
She's still a human.
She may be a fluffy one, but... Minicure's like, safe for me to come back? Yeah, so Travis, who is more tolerable to watch, Dewdrop or Abaddon?
Oh, fuck. Probably Dewdrop. She has a little bit better personality. Although I guess Abaddon has lost 30 pounds.
Yeah, but that's not our personality. Wouldn't you want to gain that? A personality?
She didn't lose 30 pounds of her personality.
You're talking about personalities here. But I guess she lost 30 pounds. I'm like, that has nothing to do with her personality.
Who's Dewdrop wrestling?
Natalia.
Oh, fuck.
Robbie says, D, I'm sure she's bubbly and up for fun. Ha ha. Dewdrop? Well, she's from your neck of the woods over there, so she probably is.
Very liberal over there.
She is from the NXT UK, so
I've seen Austin Powers.
I'm not sure if she's Scottish, Irish, or English.
I've
but
seen
she's
Austin
one of them.
Powers, so I know how it works over there. Everybody shags.
Yes. Film says, but I can't wait to see Sasha Banks' armpits on Friday. Sweet, but Wrestling Gab knows that Bliss's armpits are my number one. Oh yes, totally, man. Love the pits. Film's like, no, Charlotte, no, Charlotte's still a woman. Yes, she is. Robbie's like, Scottish ain't my neck of the woods, haha. What the fuck ever? It's part of the fucking UK, man. If it's part of the UK, it's in your neck of the woods, my friend. Your neck of the woods.
Basically, it's on the same continent you're on. It's fine.
Yeah, for fuck's sake.
You might as well call
it's not
us.
like you can say, oh, they're on another island.
It's like just saying that we're related to Canadians or something. We're in Idaho. It's fine. We border them.
They're in the neck of the woods, though. I mean, they're in North America. Hello. I didn't say they were your country of England. I didn't know where she was from. I said I don't know which part of the UK she's from. The United Kingdom. Man, and you live there.
She just wants to shag all the time.
Bigfoot's like, Dewdrop needs to lose 50-10 to classify as morbidly obese. Oh, that's sweet. Mom says, what's the last match for Raw? Don't know, honey.
I would assume it's going to be the men.
Next?
We know exactly who it is. It's Big E.
Oh, the Usos and Big E and McIntyre. There you go. They're not coming up next, though. It's the Queen's Crown that's coming up right now.
Oh, wow. Jay Cutler in there. What is this for?
International Sports Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow. Stephanie McMahon in there.
Mm-hmm. Bigfoot says Scotland is an English man with his brain beaten out. Oh, that's nice. Robbie says LOD could not direct a seagull to the coast. Ha ha ha. Film says no more singlets. I'm dying laughing here. What? No more singlets? Why not?
Nobody drafted Bailey, by the way.
They're like, ew, gross.
Bailey's just out there.
She's just like, doo-doo. I'm not sure I'm coming back with my broken leg.
I am not excited about Gable Stevens. I'm just not that excited because he's not going to make an appearance for months.
Right.
What's the point of drafting him?
Randy Paul is in the chat. Hey, Randy says, hey, all. And Pico says, congrats, Steph. Now put on a singlet. Right?
Get back in there.
Randy's like, he was bad-mouthing Scotland. Bigfoot. What?
She say yes, queen?
What does spirit fingers have to do with it? Fuck.
Here comes
What does spirit
Natalia.
fingers have to do with queens?
Natalia walking down to the ring with one hip at a time.
Film's like, Dewdrop, I think is from Scotland as well. Have you heard her voice? She just talked.
She just talked with her spirit fingers.
Robbie says, D, them fishnet stockings as well, really setting of that look. Jeez, fam. You like that fishnet stockings, huh?
Natalia sure knows how to fill up cups. Like
She's
a
got
bartender.
kind of a onesie on.
like bartender in there. She fills cups
Randy
like double
Paul's
D's.
like, Dewdrop is beautiful. Film's like, boo, no offense, I'm trying to get political if I don't like liberals, boo.
If what?
I don't like liberals. Robbie says,
Oh, don't
dumpling, bricking it about the sharpshooter. Ha. Let's see how this will work for him.
What is she doing? Like the Frankenstein?
Oh, God.
Oh, shit.
What the hell? What the hell is that about?
She's a big girl all around, isn't she? She's kind of tall, too. Natalia can just flat out manhandle somebody, though.
She can.
Oh,
Scrappy.
punched her right in that weak gut. I want to see Natalia just kick some ass.
Right?
I wouldn't mind to see her be queen.
Oh my God,
she
she tore out her flower out of her hair.
She ain't going to San Francisco.
No. No, San Francisco. Randy Paul's like, Film Nation, BTS, vote labor. Phil's like, to be honest with you, what does that mean? Lucas in the chat says, keeps his liberal mouth closed. Exactly.
Smack.
Just zip it. You just
Some of
zip
the
it and
ropes.
talk about food. That's all you get to talk about. Just kidding. Randy's like, dewdrop is hotter than the sun. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Armpits
Oh,
and
shit.
dewdrops.
Natalia moved out of the way. It's getting lit. Stops on her back. Double kick to the face.
Sophie says, with the Queen Crown tournament starting to be a fall, does that happen?
Is she going to be able to put her into the sharpshooter?
Maybe, I don't know.
That's what it's all
For
gonna
the
boil
AEW
down to.
Championship tournament to kick its butt. Robbie says dumpling with the impromptu dance moves. Ha ha. Film's like, okay, Randy, I know what you mean.
You ever seen Porky's? She's like the girl that's in the locker room that's showering.
Right?
Oh, I thought she was going to smack her belly.
That'd
Like
be
Big E does,
fucking
you know? Like,
hilarious.
she just slapped it there. She's got her hand rested on it.
Did she really? Oh, she did!
Oh, she's smacking her ass there. She smacked her belly a couple of times and then smacked her ass. Oh, she's working away. She's elbowing her in the knee. I'm pretty sure your elbow would come out on the losing end of that battle. Oh, Dewdrop with the big splash. The avalanche in the corner. Oh, shit. Cannonball, Kevin Owens style, but she missed. Nobody was home.
Natalia got away.
Natalia, spinning clothesline.
Robbie says MVP
1,
and
2.
are frauds in the UK. Phil
Dewdrop.
says, oh, you know what, Randy. Thank you for the information, my man. Appreciate it. Robbie says, dumpling is so hot I would melt being next to her. Randy Paul's like, Dewdrop could give me the stink face. Oh, God, dude.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, my God.
Looking like Rikishi. Here it is. Oh, shit. She got smacked across the face. Payback.
Quick roll up.
1, 2, 3.
Of course.
Natalia got pinned on a fucking roll-up. A fruit roll-up. I'm pretty sure Dewdrop's left boob's out. Is that not her areola hanging out there?
Fruit roll up.
It's all different colored.
Yeah.
I think they would blur that, but maybe not. They're like, fuck it. Nobody wants to see her titties. Except for one guy in the chat and wrestling.
Randy Paula really wants to see the titties and the stink face from it. Film's like, not sure about the armpits on her, but, you know, hey. Film's like, oh, newsflash, Bailey's a free agent. Wow, Rob is like, dumpling with a big W. I told you who it was going to be.
Dewdrop and Shayna, we know that.
I guessed it.
I did not see Zelina and Carmella, though. So which one makes a better storyline? Dewdrop and Carmella? No.
No.
Dewdrop and Zelina?
No.
No. So it's got to be Shayna and Carmella, the
Or
pretty
even
one.
Zelina.
And I mean, Zelina's pretty, by the way. I shouldn't have said that way.
She's actually really pretty without makeup, too. Have you seen her
she's-
without makeup
she's
on?
on
I was
another
like,
level.
holy shit.
Look at Johnny drip meditating. I think Rhea Ripley wanted to bet him. Look at her eyes. No.
Silly.
Oh, he's meditating.
Yes, Randy Paul's Dewdrop
There's
is
Big E.
beautiful. Robbie says,
Hey, look at this!
Gold star for D, getting it right.
Austin Theory's a go selfie with Biggie.
Randy Paul says, Film Nation, BTS, are you Steve? Luna says, that's literally me. Film says, no, I'm not Steve. What are you talking about, man? Robbie says, Rhea pulling ASH away like, don't talk to strangers, haha. Film's like, no, I am not Steve.
That's coming up soon. Is there going to be a match in between? It looks like it, maybe. The women's championships on the line.
The tag titles.
Is
But
there even
up
in women's
against
tag
who?
teams?
Who would it be up against? Like, who are they going to throw together real quick to say, hey, do you want to get,
They don't have any
funky with
women.
me out there in the thing? We don't have any women's tag teams. But it's cool.
Do they have anything that they could throw together?
Randy's like, you seem like the stalker Steve. Poor Film. Leave Film alone, Randy. It's okay. He's not a stalker Steve. Scuba Steve, maybe, but not stalker Steve.
Scuba Steve.
Why do they always have to put fucking food commercials on when I'm hungry?
No, they're always there.
No, they're not.
You only pay attention to them when you're hungry. And they've been on for like every time I would turn on the TV, there's food commercials. On Sunday, it was so bad. Or Friday, it was so bad on SmackDown. I was like, they got to stop this. They kept showing the freaking McDonald's freaking.
They did. They showed a whole bunch of freaking
McRib
food stuff. Yeah, the Arby's commercial
for
was
Arby's,
a big thing.
It makes me just want the McRib worse. I'm like, why are they showing me the McRib? It's like the greatest sandwich ever made.
You'll never eat it again.
I know.
Phil's like, all right, Wrestling Gal, my favorite people in the world. I have to go. I'll see you guys on the next live stream. P.S. Keep me updated on Bliss. Love her. Okay, bye, guys.
We will be here on Friday.
All right, thanks, Film. Have a
See you,
great
Phil.
one. Randy's like, Film Nation, a.k.a. Wonder Gangs GTA Gaming. And Film says, to be honest with you, man, I don't know what that means. But anyways, bye. Okay, bye.
Peace.
Don't be calling people out. They leave.
Peace. Oh, this is those cigarette commercials. I'm like, what are we watching?
Garbage. Robbie says Mackie D's, but we call it Mickey D's, but Mackie D's in the UK sucks bad.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like special sandwiches? Do you guys have like a specific
The
special
Royale
sandwich
with cheese?
that's just for the UK, just for England? Just out of curiosity. Ravi says McRib's still a thing, is it? Yeah. They have them. They have it every year in November. Is it November?
I just know it pop
I'm
up.
pretty sure it's in November. They have it all month in November or some shit like that.
I used to eat like 2 or 3 of them a day.
Rennie's like, Ravi Cure Stammer is king. Jason Michael is in the chat saying, hey, Wrestling God, let's go. Ginger did it. Smirk's face. Fire. King
Fantastic.
Ginger sounds good.
Doesn't it? That country music artists awards and all that. I didn't know one of those country music artists. Not one. And I'm being honest. Like, I'm not like a little bit, maybe none.
Yeah,
Not
weird.
one of those names. And I used to follow country music. Like, that's it. That and rap.
Robbie says, yeah, their burgers give me the squirts if I eat them. Yeah.
Sound like a Taco Bell.
Sounds like toxic hell for here. But he didn't answer my question on this. You know, I wasn't asking about how it didn't work with your body, but I was just curious if they have an actual, like, specific sandwich that's just for the UK, that's the only one that has. Randy says, I joined the labor movement. Sweet. And Ravi says, Kenny Rogers. And Randy says, be right back.
Well, I know who Kenny Rogers is. But these people were like Gabby Ballerina or something. Ballerini or Ballerina.
Seth, what did you think was going to happen?
The Monday Night Messiah coming back to Mondays. But first, he's got one more stop at Crown Jewel. But Edge is coming to Raw, too, so they can keep that going.
Right.
I wonder what they're going to do with Edge now.
Kelsey Ballerino.
There. Kelsey Ballerino.
Thanks, Luke. And Robbie says, yeah, they do them taste of ranges every once in a while. Huh. As Robbie says, D pumped for Edge. Oh, totally. You know it.
She likes seeing Edge, especially on the 3-hour show. They might even be able to do a full
They should
hour
just
of
do a
recaps.
full hour of recaps and just talk about him, and then he could be.
Because they
there
always do
forever.
recaps on his stuff. You notice that? He's like probably the most recapped guy in WWE. Remember when him and Randy Orton were doing their shit?
Yeah.
It was constant recaps.
Right? Randy came back as the gamer and says, subscribe to you on this one too. Sweet.
No, thank you.
Thanks, man. You didn't have to do that, but thanks.
You need to listen, Mansoor. Sometimes you have to do more than just survive. You have to thrive, buddy.
He's all positive. You're not your chest, man. It's fine.
It's healthy.
What? Riley's like, Mansoor should slap Ali.
Not yet.
Randy's also has an I Love Politics one, says, and this one. All right, Randy, thanks, man.
You're a
funny.
loser. You're worthless. You're nothing.
Oh, Mansoor
He's trying to piss him off a little bit.
Oh.
Worthless loser that's nothing. This fucking guy.
That must have been hard to... Oh!
Ollie just attacked him.
Oh, it's like slapping the crap
Look
out
at
of her.
he's got him in the claw.
Oh, Jesus.
He's got him in the fish hook there on the side of his cheek and just
Poor
clawing
guy.
him.
He's all creepy in the back. He's just like...
Ali Mansoor at Crown Jewel. Why aren't you listening? He just wants you to listen. You're nothing. Now listen, take it in. Every cell. Know your worth.
Oh, man, anti-Trump person. I don't care what you guys do to him.
What?
The anti-Trump person in our chat.
There's an
I'm not
anti-Trump.
reading their stuff. Not reading it. Anyways, Randy says hope it helps you out. Any subscription helps. No matter what.
Look at this.
We appreciate each and every one of them.
Amen.
Robbie's like,
Drew
Ollie's
McIntyre.
salty as fuck. Yeah, he's a bit angry, huh? He a bit angry at Mansoor and his happiness. He's like, I don't want you to be fucking happy,
I just
bitch.
want to know where Ali comes from. So see if he can go to Saudi Arabia to have that feud.
I think somebody talked about it before.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean it's fact. We got to look it up. Prince Ali. He's from Alibaba.
He's from the streets, man. From the streets. I think Alita told us one time.
He was born in Illinois. He's an American.
He's an American.
From Chicago, Illinois. It's such a weird question. Can he go to Saudi Arabia? Well, anybody can go to Saudi Arabia. Okay,
Is
will
he
he survive?
allowed?
Will he survive going to Saudi Arabia?
Russell McIntyre's in the chat with a knife and angry faces. Rice says, D, you should tweet Drew, ask him to send you a sword so you can put it above your fireplace. I don't have a fireplace, so I can't. Alita's like, so he can go? Alita, I thought you were going to sleep. What the hell? You said goodnight and everything. Got insomnia.
He's from Indian and Pakistani origin.
Origin.
Whatever. So he's fine.
Oh, yeah. From India and Pakistani.
So he should
That's
be fine.
an interesting mix-up. Pakistani and Indian.
You
That's pretty
Darvish. You Darvish has the best. He is Middle Eastern, right?
Uh-huh.
And Japanese.
Oh.
So he's a Japanese pitcher, but he's like 6'4".
That's pretty funny. Rennie's like, Robbie, sorry, dude. I was joking. Yeah, keep the politics to yourself, man. Anthony Manzano's in the chat says, Gab, if you guys have a chance to choose any point in wrestling history, where would you go? For me, I would want to see Andre the Giant or Bruno Sammartino in their prime.
Yeah, you're talking late 70s for that one. I would probably want to hang out in the 80s and see all the 80s stuff. The 80s were the prime time for me of wrestling.
Right.
Because with the WWF, you had the Hogans and the Flairs, or not in the Flair was in the NWA at the time, but that would watch a Starrcade and a WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
Robbie says
Flair for the
Trust
gold,
him,
1983
MPS in the
Starrcade.
UK. Randy says Austin Theory next WWE champion.
Yeah, he just took a selfie with Big E. Is that a hint at things to come?
Oh, he ran by and took it really fast, so I don't know. Robbie says, Randy Paul, it's all good, bro. And Alita says, I'm in pain and insomnia. I'm sorry, honey. Dang it. Ricky Glows in the chat says, hey,
Ricky.
Wrestling Gab, Retribution 2.0 confirmed, and did they hint that Austin Theory, the Knuckhead interfere in the main event and cost Big E, guys?
No, not in a tag match like that.
Randy
No.
says, Robbie, I only trust labor, but that's my personal opinion.
The only labor I like is when women have it. I don't know what we're talking about. So
They're talking about political parties in the UK.
oh, I don't know anything about those.
Me neither, but let's not talk about political stuff in the chat. Robbie's like, Randy, cool. Anthony Manzano says, Gab, did you guys see the Twitter feud with Becky Lynch and Amy Dumas? Dumas?
Who's that? Who is she?
I don't know. Her name's Amy Dumas. Dumbass.
Dumbass.
Just kidding.
Don't try to dress it up. It's dumbass. Just kidding. Who's you can put a dress on a
but me.
you can put a dress on a pig, but it's still a pig.
Randy says hashtag push Austin Theory. I take it, Randy, that you're a big Austin Theory fan. You like him?
I liked Austin Theory before he left the first time. I think he was there just to fill some space because WWE had nobody because of the pandemic.
Anthony says it's Lita.
Oh,
Is that her real name? I guess.
it must be. Yeah, I've never cared for Lita, so I'm okay with it.
You're
I
right.
like Becky.
Robbie
Are
says-
they fighting over who had better red hair?
Robbie says, so Ish-E losing his title very soon?
I wouldn't think so. I think they're going to do something at Survivor Series with him and the Tribal Chief. So maybe heading into the new year there at TLC, or I guess he could hold it all the way to WrestleMania. That'd be weird, but he could.
And Luke, thanks for letting me know who Amy Dumas was. My bad, sorry. Reddy says yes, and about Austin Theory and that he likes Austin Theory. Cool. Janelle Jackson's in the chat again
Janelle.
says, I figured out why WWE had Liv Morgan move to Carmella. Lose to Carmella. Liv Morgan responded to a tweet that the AEW Women's Championship said. Okay.
So she wants some AEW, huh? Let her go.
Randy says, you guys always make me laugh.
I mean, I put Liv in AEW. I want to see what they do with her over there. I don't think that she's going to get treated that much different. She's no better than Ruby Soho. I mean, she might be prettier, but I don't mind Ruby. I think Ruby's nice looking.
Yeah.
She's got some tattoos or whatever, but there's nothing wrong with them.
Every once in a while.
Her nose is different, but I get it. Like, she's not as pretty as Liv. I get that. But her body's just as good as Liv's.
Robin
And
says,
she's better
I know
in the
Big
ring.
Bang Theory.
And she's better on the mic. So I don't see him pushing her. And I'm talking about Ruby. So there's 15 girls over there. You know, is she better than Tay Conte at anything? Because if you want to go by her butt, because she's got a nice butt, right? Liv's got a butt. That's about all her asset that she has body-wise. Besides her face. Is that better than Tay Conte's face or butt? No. That's what I'm saying. So what does she have? And Tay Conte is like a black belt at Taekwondo or some shit.
Anthony Manzano says, D, what scares me with Big E is that Vince has faith in him right now as a face champion, but I think he's going to turn them into a bad guy before Survivor Series. Most of them can't. I mean,
I don't think so.
The thing of it is he can stay a face and he'll just lose the championship. That's how it usually works, right?
Kofi was a face for a long time. It worked. I think they could do it with Big E. It'll be fine.
Randy says, Big E, next gimmick, the pimp from Belfast. Pissing myself laughing.
I can just see it with the feather in his hat. Too.
Him walking down with that stupid giggling laugh that he does all the time.
Right? With a pimp stick.
Right? So I guess
sheep stomp?
they're doing a very good tag match here.
This
He's
is-
like, all right, I'm going to tag myself in too to stomp on him.
This is
Yeah.
the sheep stomp from Scotland. That's what they were doing.
It's sheep stomp.
That's Corey Graves.
Robbie's like, D, Snog, Mary, avoid New Day. Well, since they're a group, I'll just say avoid.
No.
At all costs.
Obviously, this is an easy one. I could do that one for her.
Ew, God.
You'd have to marry Kofi, right? Big E would be the do it, and then fucking the other would be see ya.
God, no.
So you'd rather be with freaking
I'd rather not
Up,
have
down, down.
any of them.
is suicide an option?
Please make it an option for me. Thank you very much. I will throw myself off the White Cliffs of Dover. Randy says, speaking with a fake Irish accent. Who's speaking with a fake Irish accent? Anthony Manzano says, for me, I think Big E's might be the one that's able to pull off the Godfather gimmick, but I'm not sure with the PC police in today's wrestling that gimmick would fly.
Hey, Bobby Lashley had a hoe train for a while. It worked. That was a couple months ago. He had the hoe train.
Yeah.
Remember right before...
You didn't see him a lot, but you saw him, and they dressed conservatively.
Yeah, but the hoes dressed conservatively back in the day, too.
True. But
So,
that's
yeah,
all
you
right.
could do the hoe train, but I just don't see it happening.
Robbie's like, Becky Lynch, oh, she's speaking with a fake Irish accent? That's not what they sound like? Maybe she's been in the States too long.
So she has to, like, fake her own accent.
Randy's like, Big E, the Belfast pimp. And Tyson Fury in our chat. Hey, Tyson Fury. Congratulations on your win and continuation of being the heavyweight champion.
I definitely dug it. It was awesome.
Bobby Lashley
I was
is
jumping
a
up
big
and down.
dozer. Bobby says, LOL, that hoe train was B-Tech. Randy's like, speaking with a fake Irish accent when he is the Belfast pimp. Oh, I see what you're saying. Big E has to speak with a fake Irish accent. Could you imagine Big E trying to speak with a fake Irish accent? That would be hilarious. I don't know if he can do it.
Nobody better lay a finger on my Lucky Charms. You gotta talk slow. That's my problem. Why I can't do accents. I was figuring it out the other day. I was trying it by myself. It's because I talk too fast. You have to talk slower to
Think
get...
about talking in a southern accent.
Right. And the same with Southern.
You just
That's why I
have
can't
to
talk Southern, 'cause I talk
draw
too damn fast.
it all out like
I'm going to draw it all out because I talk like this because I'm from the South. It doesn't sound right.
Those are Texans.
But they talk really fast, but they're from the South.
There's a couple of them that talk that fast in some areas.
That's
down
called
there.
Louisiana.
No,
And you're like,
Louisiana's
what?
completely different.
What are they saying?
That's not even a language.
Get me some of that up and down there. Go get me some crawdad fish. They're going to be there after dark.
Anthony Manzano says, I think Becky Lynch has to fake her own accent because if she talks in a real Irish accent while she's doing promos, American fans wouldn't understand her. I'm surprised people understand Sheamus.
Yeah, he gets going there a little bit. And there's a couple other women that are from the, Nikki.
Nikki ASH, if she gets really excited and talks fast, you don't really understand
Yeah,
every word
that
she
Scottish
says.
is deep. It's like, oh.
And sometimes Rhea Ripley, if she can get talking well, her Australian accent makes it hard to understand some of her words.
And Tony Storm's
also.
with the same with that one, yeah.
I think it's just talking fast. If they talk fast, it's a problem. But if they talk slow, it's not so bad. Randy says, and he should have red hair. Oh my God, poor Biggie. Tyson Fury's like, I'm trying to get WWE to put a match with Mia and Brock together, but it will be around WrestleMania time. It will happen.
There you
Cool.
go. Tyson Fury.
Vindicator says
Brock.
we need to see Tyson Fury fight someone like Brian Cage after someone teaches Cage how to box. Maybe Darby could do that. Just
Oh,
kidding.
Lord. Belly to belly.
Anthony Manzano says Tony Storm and Rhea Ripley are from New Zealand, not Australia. My bad.
Same thing.
They kind of have the same type of
I'm
accent,
teasing.
but okay. I'm pretty sure that New Zealand broke off of Australia. Just kidding.
It might be its own continent, by the way.
I know. That's why I said I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Robbie says, D, you should listen to people from Liverpool. That accent is hard at times.
I was listening to a boxer the other day, and I don't know who he was, but I couldn't understand a fucking word he was saying. And he was speaking English.
That was Saturday.
And I was like...
That was Saturday.
What?
That was on the English boxing that we were watching, that they did all that stuff over there in England earlier in that day.
Yeah.
And we were listening to him talk after, and we were both sitting there like...
What is he saying?
What the fuck did he just say? I'm glad that the lady who was asking the questions knew what the fuck he was saying, because I had no idea.
I think it was the guy that was fighting Cheeseman.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah, so whoever fought Cheeseman, his name was Cheeseman, by the way.
The guy
that was his real name, was Cheeseman.
Cheeseman. Randy says Tyson Fury is an idiot.
Yeah, the Europeans don't like him, I guess, but they probably liked him better.
Cheeseman or the other guy?
No, Fury.
Oh,
but
yeah.
They probably like him a lot better than they like
Wilder?
Wilder. So.
Yeah. I would think that they would kind of have
definitely...
somebody like... Not like I love him to death and I'm glad he's champion, but I'm sure they're probably like, yeah, he's a little bit better.
Right. But Joshua's their favorite, right? Like, that's their baby. But, I mean, obviously, Fury's better than Joshua.
Right.
Uh-oh. Did I just get banned from
You did.
England? It's true. Come on, guys. He's lost twice now. You can't lose twice and be the greatest fighter of all time. Although I'm pretty sure Muhammad Ali lost a few of them, but... Nobody's confusing Joshua as the top champion in the world right now when he doesn't even have a belt.
His name was Troy Williamson.
That's right, Williamson.
Ravi, the guy that fought Ted Cheeseman was Troy Williamson.
Next time we watch one of his fights, we'll go live, and then you can tell me what he's saying. You just have to type it up.
He's from Darlington, so I'm not sure where that culminates with Liverpool. Let's see. Randy Paul says the British English is very hard with the different accents. Anthony Manzano says, honestly, I'm kind of surprised I can understand Wade Barrett on NXT commentary, because when he gets upset or excited, his accent gets super thick. But he talks slow. Even when he gets upset, he talks slow. He's got some bad
news.
And so when they talk slow, you can understand them no matter what accent they have, because
you're processing
they're articulating their words better. But when you talk fast and you do have a heavy accent, it's hard for people to understand. It's that way here too in the States with the different accents in different areas. There's some places that...
What am I, the asshole?
There's some places that you're just kind of like, what the fuck did he just say? But one of them is down in Louisiana area, and Alita would know this. I don't know if she's still out there, if she finally fell asleep.
Nowhere near Louisiana.
But she would probably have heard it a lot more than we would.
Right.
But down in the Louisiana Bayou area, there's some people down there that speak, it's a French and, what do they call it? What the hell is that other linguistic down there?
I have no idea. Cajun?
Yeah. It's like a Cajun French Southern mixture, and you sometimes have no idea what they're saying. They're saying words, but you don't know.
It's kind of like the guy on all the Adam Sandler movies.
Yes. When he talks, yes. It slurs all together, and you have no idea.
On to the honey. On to the honey.
Randy says Joshua is an idiot. The best is Joe Joyce. Randy says try speaking the Jody slang. I don't know what Jody slang is. Vindicator says, I feel like Orange Cassidy would be the kind of guy who would challenge Mayweather to a charity exhibition celebrity. All proceeds go to the manufacturing of aviators and citrus juice type of bout.
Yes.
Such a dork. Randy says Gordy accent is the worst. And Anthony Manzano says the Cajun accent is pretty hard to understand because it's a mixture of French and the Southern accent. That's the one I was looking for. Yes. As Alita says, true Cajun is fun to figure out. That's it. Thanks, guys. See? I knew Alita would understand because I'm pretty sure she's probably listened to it a few times living in the area. She may not be in Louisiana, but I'm pretty sure that it's
Big
something
belly
you
to
come
belly.
across once in a while. Here in Idaho, we don't come across it.
We don't get the Cajuns up here.
The only thing we come across is some weird backwoods people that are kind of like the people in Kentucky and Tennessee of the Blue Hills or whatever they're back there. Those kind of
The
people.
Appalachian Trail.
Appalachian people. That's kind of some of the people we end up with here.
But it's
Native
that's
Idahoans.
but that's
in the
even rare.
backwoods. But most of the time, you can understand what they're saying. They talk slow, and so it's easier to understand them. When they talk fast, sometimes you can't understand what they're saying.
Big spine buster right there. Rolls him up.
Oh, and
Jimmy
he
Uso.
got out of it. Did they get rid of Big E for a second?
Yeah, he's on the outside.
Randy says type Gordy accent in YouTube and listen to that. I'll have to do that a little later. Vindicator says, but alright guys, accents aside, a pretty fun night in here. Raw meat was okay, nothing special. Like ranch on hot wings from Wingstop.
Woo! Sounds fantastic.
Is that not special? That should be special. It sounds like it should be special.
Double
so
thrust
I'll see
kicks.
you
1,
for the fancy
2,
dinner known as
3.
AEW.
No! Drew McIntyre kicks out.
You will not, Vindicator. We will
won't
not
be here
Wednesday. AEW will be on Saturdays. So we'll see you again on Friday for SmackDown if you're around. Robbie says, Darlington is a place near County Durham. That's in the northeast, not far from Newcastle. It's not as thick accent as the Newcastle Gordy accent. Wow. So maybe he's not originally from there because you could not. I'm pretty sure he was the one you could not understand what he said.
Oh, no. I couldn't understand one word he said.
But it could have been a different guy. Because wasn't he the African-American guy or the
He's
black
a little
guy?
bit darker.
Was he? Oh, okay, that's what I thought. The Williamson guy. Alita says Appalachian twang
The
is like Cajun a
African-American
bit.
guy that's from Europe.
Sorry. The black guy.
Well...
People get so upset. You never know what you can say or not say.
Well,
Well, what difference what color he is, Dalethea?
You can't say he's an American.
Distinguish who he is.
because he's not an American.
Anthony says 2 out of 2 that I would have to tell him to slow down because if he got upset or angry, I couldn't understand.
Big E
anything
tags
he said.
himself in.
Roberto says tonight's show was good. I wonder when Bliss is going to come back. And
She's
Randy
getting
says,
sinus surgery, so
Newcastle,
it's going to
come
be a
on,
minute.
They talk like idiots.
I like White Castle.
No, Newcastle.
I know.
Is a
But we're talking about castles, so.
well, at least he'll take the lose, maybe.
No.
He didn't.
Usos need to pull this off.
They were hoping. They're trying to teach him a lesson.
Drew should big kick him, and then Big E should get pinned. But I don't know how that would play out.
Right? Ravi says, his accent was not as bad. It's the Newcastle accent that's hard to understand at times. Anthony Mazzano says, D, to understand the context of the second part, you have to read the first part of my comment. Oh, did I miss the first part?
Picks him up. Big ending.
2 out of 2. Anthony Mazzano.
Shit, right down into... So Big E's in trouble.
Oh, I had a friend
No.
from high school that I would have to tell him to slow down sometimes because half of his family is from Brooklyn and half of his family is from Georgia. That I would have to tell him to slow down because if he got upset or angry, I couldn't understand anything he said. Because he would drop his R's and he had like a southern twang. Oh my God. Could you imagine? Dropping your R's and a southern twang all at once.
Oh shit! He just punched Big E in the face.
See, here's your...
They're gonna
this
double
is what
count
you
out. They're
wanted.
gonna lose to the Usos. It's happening right here.
Why is he bloody?
So much turmoil going on.
Did he hit his head on something?
That's
earlier?
it. 9 and this 10. How long does it take to count to fucking 10? He's only at 6.
No.
Oh.
He was at 6 a while ago, but yeah.
Okay, they just lost to the Usos. The Usos beat them. Let these two big dogs fight. Usos over the top. Why? I don't know.
Right?
Just let them beat each other up, and
Like,
then
who cares if they beat each other up?
then
That's
pick
what
through
you
the
wanted.
scraps.
That's what they said they were going to do, was turn them against each other by the end of the night. Evil Bot says Xavier Woods versus Jinder Mahal next week, and winner will face Finn Balor or Sami Zayn in the finals. Yes. Vindicator
the rest
says,
of the New Day coming down.
Ooh.
I haven't seen him yet. Where is Kofi? Where is Xavier? Oh, shit. I thought he was going to hit him with that. That would hurt.
He was getting it out of the way, probably, so he didn't get hurt. But EvilBot says Xavier Woods versus Jinder Mahal next week, and winner will face Finn Balor or Sami Zayn in the finals. Yes. Vindicator says, okay, TGIF, it is then. The more time away from blue names in the chat is the better. Kidding. Till then, but put some oil and grease on those foreign language translators of yours. Bye.
Right. All right. We appreciate it. Thank you. We do appreciate it, by the way.
Robbie says, if you have ever seen the show Geordie Shore, then you hear how hard the Newcastle Geordie accent is. Never heard it, so I couldn't tell you. Randy says Cheryl Cole is from Newcastle, right? I don't know who that is
Cheryl
either.
Crow, maybe?
No.
Oh.
Cheryl Cole.
I don't know who that is.
Robbie says...
Big Claymore, guys! Big E's laid out.
And Robbie says we still need Drew versus Fury.
If he can pull that move off at Crown Jewel, we got a new champion.
Maybe.
Although he's going to SmackDown.
Randy says, Vin, did you say the rest of the New Day coming down?
I thought they were going to come down, but they didn't.
Not Vindicator. Travis said it. Robbie says, Randy, she is. And EvilBot says, who will win at Crown Jewel for the Universal Championship, Brock or Roman?
I bet against Roman so many times, and he somehow pulled it off.
Right. As Luna says, well, I'm gone. Good night. And Goldfish says, bye-bye, everyone. And Anthony says, D, are you surprised that they haven't turned McIntyre into a tweener yet? Because he's been a babyface for a long time, and he's already been a bad guy.
Look at his face. He's got a hole in his head.
Yeah, it's all fluffy now,
That's
too.
what I said.
It's all swollen, too. Damn.
He's got a broken skull. He might not be able to wrestle in Saudi Arabia.
I don't even know how that happened.
I don't remember seeing it either, but...
All of a sudden, he was fighting with Big E on the outside, and his face was bloody. I was like, what the hell happened to his face?
If it's just a raspberry, he can go, but if he has a cracked skull or something, he's not going to be able to go.
Robbie's like, Brock.
They won't let him fly.
Russell McIntyre's like, I will get my title back. Yeah, he's so angry about his title. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for Raw. We really appreciate it. And we will be back again on Friday this week. It looks like AEW is again moving their stuff from Wednesday to Saturday this time due to some scheduling conflicts with other sports. But we will be here on Friday for SmackDown, so I'm glad that you all hung out with us tonight. Please join us again on SmackDown Friday, which will continue, of course, the King of the Ring matches to get who's going to be in the final, which will be at Saudi Arabia's Crown Jewel on October 21st. Yes.
It's a Thursday for most of us.
Thursday.
Actually, it's Thursday for everybody in the world.
Yes. So, let's see. That's pretty much it, right? So at this point, we know that on Friday, we're going to see Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor.
We do.
And then on that following Monday, we will see...
Kofi King, or not Kofi, the other
Xavier Woods versus Jinder Mahal.
Mahal.
So we'll see who comes out on top on those.
And then we're going to see who wrestles that next Thursday.
Yep.
So like just a few days after.
Yeah. Pico says that sure looks like it smarts, right? It looks like it kind of smarts a little bit, huh? Robbie says ciao for now. And EvilBot says who will win at Crown Jewel for the WWE Championship? Drew McIntyre or Big E? Who knows? Big E will probably keep it for a while. And Randy Paulus says see ya. And yes. All right, everybody. Again, thank you very much.
Thank you for watching Wrestling Gab. We'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye.
Bye.